Another wonderful day, another fine day, and we get together and have conversations. We get together and we talk. We get together and we talk to people who are making things happen in our community. We get together and talk about people who are making things happen in our community. We get together and we talk um, so we can make things happen in our community. Um, it's going to be another fine conversation. It's going to be another interesting conversation. Very interesting topic, which is football, which is soccer. Oh God, it's getting quite interesting. For a very long time, I did not really talk about football. For a very long time, I really did not want to have anything to do with football, not even to watch a football game. And people they know me, people they'll always be around me. Some of them were really surprised. They were amazed to see that they were surprised to see that wait if you really make person we play ball, person we really like ball, person we football was everything to me. All of a sudden, the guy just made a turn and did not want to have anything to do with football. Yeah, that was me. That was me. Despite the love, despite the talent, despite everything I had for football, at some point in time, I really did not want to have anything to do with football. When I started to read it, by the way, for those who didn't know, the page would use now as story day. It used to be on my page, Mr. Sef Mosinana Sakota, I play football back then. They already gathered about 5,000 followers back then. Before I even convert the page to Toridi and then grow to it now. So yes. Um that was me back then. um Played at 10 a level, and I just felt so frustrated about the whole thing, the way the game was managed, the way players were managed, and things like that. And I decided, you know what, I don't even want to be part of this thing anymore. For a long time, I will not even want to go to the field to play, especially when I came to America. Competitions here and there, I would not even want to be part of it. Ball for year, ball for day, they'll call me, I don't want to go, and I go, I play more. I did not really, that joy was not there, because of what I went through, because of what football had done to me. However, slowly I started get conversations with people, and then they make me now understand my frustration. And these persons were the best thing that happened was these persons were very honest with me. These persons were very categorical. They told me, Nasako, the only reason why you don't want to have anything to do with football is, yeah, it's true you're frustrated and blah 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 blah. But guess what? The one thing you've never done is blame your own self. Like, identify the role you self played when I make you know become a professional player. See, the day where you identify that role, that day you go realize it is, so you not really get to be frustrated or be angry at anyone for any reason. I say this because growing up I used to feel like, okay, now because of people who are not succeed, oh, because I was an anglophone, oh, because of this, oh, me can't be get married, be there for day for help me, oh, because, but like I blamed every other person but myself, until I had this deep conversation with this elder brother where he tell me, say, no, whether I like it or not, everything about life starts with us. Every responsibility about life, it starts with us. Until we realize that, and then we start make decision based on everything depend on you, then we'll achieve what you want time. Now the mindset that I don't get am for some time now, and I don't only apply am for things wey concern football. I dey apply am for almost everything I dey do am, whether to read it, whether almost everything I do. My mindset always been you are the foundation, you are the key, you are the master, you are the master piece in this whole thing. If you get for work, if you get for work, now you get for make and work. If you no go work, now you go make and no work. And I feel say that mindset don't free me a lot. It don't put me for some place where nowadays I think I'm grateful, I think I'm thankful. I think sometimes I look at certain things and I just understand what is happening. I understand my role, I understand my responsibility. Now, either way, even when things happen, especially for our community, even when certain things happen and people are just so excited about, oh, this, that, I always look at it differently. I always put myself for different people, their shoes, try to feel their pain before I even make any statement or push out my opinion or anything. I decided to start talking about football again. I decided to start playing football again. I'll go play with my veteran group, my friends. Them. I decided to start talk football again for 2 days. And for some reason, I think I really like talking about football now, especially because looking at everything, it is giving me the impression that maybe all the ball I be play, all the people that I be meet up, and everything about my soccer career was just there to take me to this place where if I want to talk, if I want to speak, I will not just speak like somebody who is speaking. I speak like somebody. I'm a bad head, does that go? I speak like somebody who knows what they're talking about. I speak like somebody who lived the experience. I speak like somebody who was there from playing top cup to playing intercate to playing interschool intercate to playing second division and then playing first division. I never had the chance to wear the green and yellow, probably because I was not talented enough, or maybe. But that one we'll talk on some other day. I say all of this to say when I push an opinion about football for Cameroon, when I want to talk about certain things, pay attention to which what I try to talk. I know I am not that very good at writing and explaining what is in my mind. Maybe my English not even really correct or whatever. I don't know. Maybe my PG what I write and really bad for way person even read and understand what I mean. But whenever I make a statement, whenever I come up with an opinion, whenever talk, I don't talk because I just want to talk. I talk because you accumulate my experience, you accumulate the people who I know. I'll be one of that person. We actually I get right, forget an opinion when it comes to football, especially when we talk Southwest. Or the talk Southwest. I be part of the generation where people they say, "Wow, this generation had so many talents." They were, yeah. And I not only play ball for Kumba, I not only play ball for Kumba. I think so for my generation. If one mention players them around Southwest, it will difficult for no mention me. It go difficult for my generation. What time? If I mention players around Southwest, it will difficult for no mention me for not talk about Nasako. Whether na for Tico, whether na for Limbe, whether na for Boya, whether na for Moyoka, whether na for Manfe, whether na for Libya Lem, whether na for Ikundu Titi. It will be very difficult to talk about football for that level where you don't mention me. Call me any names, call any coach where he coach football between 2000s go up. Any of them, call any of them, they at least know Nasako. What na for university, what na for. Everywhere I went to, I made my mark as a footballer. And during my time as a footballer, the one good thing that God blessed me with was the fact that I'm a very, very observant person. I'm that one person who I was first of all very quiet. I was first of all an introvert. And when you're a quiet person, when you're an introvert, most of the times what you do is when I did for group, you always pull back and you just look. You just watch. So you easily pick out things, you easily pick out people and things like that. So, like I said, I have a right to speak. I have a right to have an opinion. The only responsibility I get after that, now for be honest with my opinion, when I want you up to this point, I don't always stand on. Whether na Bob Didi do something you not fine, I go call it out. Say Bob Didi did you do and so I don't think say correct. When I some man do something, I will say, okay, this you do and so far. When people and the one other thing about me is I don't really care whether 30,000 million people them they stand on the other side. Once I know what I'm saying is true, once I know this particular thing not true, I will stand my grounds. Now the responsibility that I not only get them for una as a community, I get them to myself. Because I feel like now the one thing that we don't destroy with community. The fact that people are not even honest, the fact that 90 to 95% of the people we look up to, we respect, we want to respect their opinion, the two way they help them make decision at their belly and which way they plan for achieve them. That is where I differ from many other persons. I'm the kind of person who can sacrifice everything for protect my integrity. That's the kind of person I am. Now the reason why it doesn't really matter what who say, how they talk and wait. If I understand say this particular thing, after doing my research, after doing my disease, I understand say nationality in the work, I will stick with it. Like I said, I not only start play ball while young, I stay with footballers them. I stay with coaches them. I don't beef with that milieu for all kind of level. Go Brazil school as small. Go this, go this. So I know. You want to talk about tribalism for football for Cameroon, division for football for favoritism for football for Cameroon. You want anything you want to talk when it comes to football for Cameroon, I probably don't leave them. I probably don't leave them. Like at the turn, the only difference between me and many other persons now say me, I not get no affiliation. How many times now you hear me talk about PW Kuma? How many times now you hear me talk about Lakers? How many times now you really hear me talk about some team they say that me I own the team or I'm this super fan to that team for anything the team do? I know that's not me. Remember, I played for Akada. When I was playing for Akada, Junior was there. We were kind of like cool. But when it comes to, I will say, hey, Junior, this, that, that's how I feel. I will say, hey, I feel like do one way and I know do one fine. And had an honest conversation with him, whether online or whether when he came to the studio. After the studio, we went to eat our suya and drink our small somewhere. We had a honest conversation, brother to brother. I feel like this is what is happening. I feel like this is what you can do. He also was like, hey, you know what? I know what I'm doing. This is what is happening. This is this. I tell you, say, okay, I will respect your stand, but I know say me assist stand me for you. Don't feel like, oh, you be expecting your brother go cross carpet support you because you're your brother. No. I'll always stand on the side of truth. Now, more than 6 months, this or 7 months, when he left the studio, and guess where the whole situation did? For all level, it don't show say he was wrong or they were wrong. I know they Cameroon. But the fortunate thing where I get on my hand, I say I don't build a platform where so many people reach out to me with information. Now it's on me to verify this information. Check the one, not check that one. Check the one, not check that one. Okay, the one they say, yeah, even though not true, and if you push over the platform, but the one they say, okay, the one go inside destroy now. Not a blessing that way me I get them. I did for that place where people from left, people from right, they bring me information. Oh, there a two way to over support them. See two way do and see two ways. Okay, show me. Oh, okay, yeah. Hey, why do the one? Hey, now some people then two way they support a two the cow. You okay? Name that people they be tossing a two nine that why? So when I thought I in the best place to have an opinion and know what I'm talking about, it is not just because I've played football. It's because I continue to do my research. It's because I continue to read. It's because I've built a platform where it don't permit me for talk to almost any kind of man if he say either into the football milieu for Cameroon, don't probably call me or I don't call them and we don't talk. All the names the way you know them, all the names the way you know them. I mean, the journalists back in the days that were trending, that were big, that were huge and stuff like that. I've had an opportunity to jump on a phone call or conversations with them. Like I talk, the difference between me and most people, I don't get any affiliation. Whether na Eto, whether na Onana, whether na PWD Kumba, whether na Tiko, I don't get me any affiliation. I stand on the side of the truth. I stand on the side of providing the right information to people. When I watch for here, Emamimba, they come for Toride. Guess what happened? We had a conversation. They tell me, hey, Eto no give our money. Oh, did that? See message. See did that? See that. I look at I talk. They say, hey, the brother don't show me proof and this and that. I don't know why they don't want to give their money. Fika food, if not so give their money, this and that and that and that and that. I feel like now the responsibilities that way we all get them. Now the responsibilities that way we all get them if we want really fix football for Cameroon. No before look and I say, oh, I want make my team win by all means, even if it means say. Once you start feel like your team must always win, even if now waiting. Now for the way the problem is that come up because now for the way you want start cheat. Now for the way you start say if they cheat you, you get to do so. No. Time they don't be way cheating a part of life, cheating a part of game, now part of this our everyday activity. I'm not sitting here telling people to go and cheat. All I'm saying is if some person do where he cheat you, not cheat you, guess what? I didn't know say the man fit cheat. Okay, now I know say they fit cheat. What can I do to prevent the situation next? And when somebody want cheat for you for benefit on something, tell them no. Tell them I don't want it. Be bold enough for parents I don't want them. But are we even doing that? Can we even do that? The conversation today was going to be about Eto'o. I have a reason why I started the way I started. Greetings, my brother. Let me say, talent for first division don't drop match board and plenty also. Yeah, in normal, and that's another conversation we I feel so will get on Sunday. Why um the talent pool for Cameroon is reduce every now and then. You look at the quality of players we have now and you look at the quality of players we had back then. You realize he drop na drop, they drop na drop every day. They sign the proof now say Roger Miller did whatever he did. Samuel Eto'o came after him and raised the bar really high. You understand? The problem now forget person if you raise the bar higher than Samuel Eto'o. And so now we never get them. Now the reason now you see the number of the kind of talents that will get them, the quality of talents that will get them for the community, it reduce. Another reason why I feel like um the quality of talent we'll get our community they reduce now the different options the way they did on the table right now. Back in the days, you had just probably three things to do. You had three options. The very first option we didn't have go school, work for government. Either you can become teacher or policeman or whatever. Even lawyer work would consider like government work, or become anything. You work for council, you go school, yes, more, or you do that. If you do that, the other option we didn't have football from back in the days, from the 90s, the 80s, the 90s. Football began now one two way, it became some people them career. Now, beside football, the only other option be there again are music, where any man fit do them. So you realize when it comes to work for government, it be then a high connection. The next thing will be there close to where any man be fit do them now football and music. But nowadays, you have so many things where people fit do them. So now they get a variety of choice where most people need to see any reason why, I want really go force myself for football. Most of the people, even if you play football, guess what? They end up doing. They start knock their machine, take their money, or they guess when they're friend with the knock machine, they join me, they work at chop the drink and stuff like that. Pressure, no day. But back in the day, you imagine early 90s, early 90s, or I say late 80s, early 90s. Grandfather, they began no choice. You never get no choice. You never go school. If you don't drop out of school, you get for struggle to play football. Even if so, you never take small thing for Kati. Samuel Eto'o. Who is Samuel Eto'o? Samuel Eto'o for me, Nara Cameroonian. That picking way from New Bell, that picking from Quata, that picking way was born not even super talented, was born average talented. But then at probably a very young age, at a very tender age, realizing everything about life depend on two things: hard work and discipline. At a very tender age, realize if I really want to succeed in anything, especially the football I want to play, not be really about my talent. My talent will come now because I'll be hardworking. And then if I be disciplined, I will get everything I want. And by discipline, you not only mean say you respecting your coaches because he was kicked out of Brazil school a year. I don't know what I'm true. I say he was kicked out of Brazil school because he was stubborn. You understand? Because he was stubborn. So when I talk about discipline, I'm not talking only about character, as in you respect your training, respect the type of things you're supposed to do, which you not going to do as player, which you get to do, and things like that. Samuel Eto'o for me that young man he not succeed now because talent wise he was the best amongst his generation. Nope. I know Granville the way they go UCB with Samuel Eto'o. One of them na Django. Malik fit testify when we be there at Kada, Django be ever tell we about Samuel Eto'o. Tell we see Samuel Eto'o was even not even that as talented as he's looking right now. You understand? Even the Samuel Eto'o don't talk say, hey, he not succeed now because he be the talented. He succeed now because he be understanding the hard work and discipline. I get reason why I try to talk about you before going into any other thing. Hard work and discipline, the pay. Say now the two reasons that will make you succeed. And we run here for multiple interviews away. It talk how we I be there and then azar. So also, it no matter how talented you be, if you know be hard work and you know be discipline, you know go nowhere. Um, I feel always use Malik as example. I feel always use Malik as example. When it comes to football, when they say like technically, when they want to say technically, that people they play with ball, where they touch ball, where they caress ball, where they make some kind of two ball. Malik was not for a generation, massive for Southwest. It will be there 100 players. I don't think say they will count Malik for number 30 or 40. for technical player. I mean, say people they be touch ball, where they be caress ball, where they be make some kind of thing the ball, man, they be like, whoa. I don't think so they'll count Malik for the first 30 or 40 if they be call 100 players. But guess what? For that 100 players, the way if they call them, Malik probably there for the first 5 them where they actually play football for high level. Or man say the first 10 where they play football for high level. I never ever tell you, or me, I don't think I ever get the conversation. But I don't always should analyze and why he made it to that level past plenty of the other persons away. People be expecting not them go become the next Samuel Eto'o, Patrick Mboma, and all of that. It was just hard work. He was a disciplined guy. He was a guy who understood hard work, who understand discipline, who understand for no give up, who understands again for be. Okay, Baba, best share out me for WhatsApp. So he was a guy who was dedicated. He was a guy who, if they did not call him for, if he did not make the list today, instead for you for go down for has the vex like me, I go used to vex and just be like maybe I not even go me training. He go instead as they not call you for list the next day he did footing, he did make a small training, he do, and that was why he succeeded. If you ask Eno Young, even Eno Young, I think growing up Eno Young was not that super talented. That guy would say, man, he know how to touch, but he know how to tap, but no. Eno Young, me know na say I fit tak you should take go leave you for na house. I would like now that very disciplined and hardworking persons. Go look for Southwest or any place, even for Northwest, even any site. Most of the footballer that you see them succeed for high level. Now, two things make them succeed, maybe talent, discipline, and hard work. And if you look at a two, now the two things they now either always put on phone. It's about being disciplined, it's about being hardworking. It's about being disciplined, it's about being hardworking. Person way he be talented, but he no be hardworking. He no go ever get anything over person way he no be talented, but he be hardworking. Now, Samuel Eto'o that for me, that young man way the born and for some side for Africa. He grew up, fell in love with this game because he saw Roger Milla or heard about Roger Milla and saw other people play, and then felt like, you know what, I want to play also. I need to do something. And then in that young age, decided, you know what, if I'm going to succeed, if I'm actually going to realize the dream of becoming a great footballer, I need two things. I get to be extremely disciplined and I get to be extremely hardworking. Now you don't travel the world, play ball, win all the trophies. You don't win do everything if you do for football. Or we should be win World Cup, we should be win Ballon d'Or. But you winning African best for me is far more better than even winning the Ballon d'Or. So the only regret I see, win World Cup. Do all it if you do them around the world, respected everywhere around the world. They'll make a name for himself and the country and the continent around the world. Now, retirement don't come while most of his friends them, and even he said in an interview that while he was playing at some point in time, he said to himself he was going to become a coach when he retires. But at some point, when he looked back at where he was coming from, and he looked back at what can actually happen, so we not only get Samuel Eto'o, the last of a kind for Cameroon, but maybe after Samuel Eto'o, Veron was super disciplined, my brother. Veron was super disciplined. Super disciplined. And that is it. That was what made him. No, not Italian. No, not say you are no for football. No. He be super disciplined. I remember very well sometimes they will go play some competition for Yaoundé. And I mean, Veron they play for you. You know how they be used to organize the competition the way every region they come with a player, a junior selection. Now, me and Veron be play midfield for that competition. That time they play for Mancamon, I tell they play for Maritime. Now, me and they play for midfield. Jesus Christ. We reach for field. Veron will tell me say painter because most of them they call me. He say painter. Your own na for make that pass them. Your own na for do all thing. My work na for destroy all thing for you give you. Me painter. Whether you like or not, why man go pass that man way they call it painter? He think that man way go destroy all thing. Because forget man way if he destroy them, it's difficult. But forget painter, that you get so many painters him. You get so many people that if you make that passes him. But when that time of responsibility comes for defend and really play more like a team person, we know the ever be. So Samuel Eto'o traveled the world, did whatever he did, won trophies, did everything, and then at some point in time say, you know what? Let me go back. Let me go back to. By the way, for those who are watching, I like when I watch and then when I comment, we read comments and stuff. It just make the whole thing really interesting. It don't make the whole thing really interesting. When I would do at the talk and then read comments and would go back and forth with the conversation. Veron no follow women, he no drink beer, he no the chop red oil or go nightclub like other man can won't play as them. He had another guy at Botafogo FC Abanda, very disciplined too. Yep. So Eto decided, you know what, let me go back to my country. I feel like if we are going to produce more Roger Millers, more Samuel Eto, we need to go organize stuff. We need to go make sure see we organize things them for day. So we start see how we win World Cup. I know win World Cup, but I feel be part of the group of persons that we if we put in place a structure where if we permit the younger generation for win World Cup. That was how we started getting involved in football administration. He started first of all with the guy that was there before him, Seydou Mbonjoya, I think that's his name. And what did he do? He helped Seydou Mbonjoya campaign for the president of Fecafoot and even help him win the election. 4 years later, Eto looked at everything and felt like, hey, this guy where I say me go for here, go do it way, I feel say go for do maybe advocate for players, maybe advocate for this, maybe put in place this. He's not doing anything. He don't go for Comex, for CAF, and his focus is more over there rather than doing anything. Maybe I should go back, take over that position, and actually do it to me. I want me people and do. I'm like, would you ever talk? If you feel like this is the right thing to do, go ahead and do it yourself. Why delegate it to other persons when you're not even sure they're going to carry out the responsibility? That was how Ito got into football. Okay, you know what? I will become the president of the federation. So when I become the president of federation, I can actually put in place the policies that I think that can help our country as a whole, Africa as a continent, for grow better, for become better, for get to that place where all man will be like, whoa, this is Africa. Would it come for them, my brother? So that was how the guy got into football, and it was a tough task. It was a tough task because remember, in as much as he be helped Seydou Mbonjoya become the president of Fecafoot, at some point in times they were not seeing eye to eye anymore because now so we did for when man don't get power, he don't get small position, get connects, he start feel like the offer a place. They oh no, okay, be vice president. Oh no, okay, be this, be that. The guy said no, I don't want any of those things. I don't want any of those things. What I actually really want is change. What I really want is an environment where footballers can thrive. What I really want is an environment where a talented person like Nasako no go waste the talent because he don't know the man for or he don't know that man for day, don't know that man for day. That was how the guy run. And once he make that declaration, whew, heaven broke loose. People start showing from everywhere. Oh, okay, na challenge, 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 na challenge. However, he became the president. And we all were so happy, so many people, because of the person will be love and way if the win trophies and for we. That person way for level for Africa, a win with trophies. That person way you if you travel around the world, once they say where are you from, you say Africa. In a football fan, if you not call it too, you go call Roger Milla. If you not call, you go call Okocha, or you go call Drogba, or you go call Yaya Toure, or but Eto'o is always part of the conversation. The worst is if you meet any football fan around the world and you say you're from Cameroon. Now, two names. If the person they are both 50 years or 60 years, he will call you Roger Milla. But if the person call you Roger Milla, he will still call you Samuel Eto'o. That is how impactful that guy is to not only himself, his family, his immediate community to Cameroon, but to Africa and the world at large. Now, Eto'o that don't become president for Fecafoot. Start the work. Now he's actually 3 years into his mandate. Probably the last year is for a mandate, the 4th year. The question now is, when he said he wanted to become a president, he actually listed out a few things that he said he was going to do. to change football. He actually flaunted some ideas. He said he was going to make sure happen for make Cameroon football become better. It's funny how nowadays it's easy to go online and see people write, "Oh, Cameroon football is horrible," and the reason na Samuel Eto'o. Oh, na Samuel Eto'o don't spoil him. Oh, na Samuel Eto'o don't spoil him. Oh, na Samuel Eto'o, na Samuel. Oh, na Samuel Eto'o, na Samuel Eto'o. I look at things. Any person who know me, I nobody talk about football. I nobody really talk about Eto'o even when I want to talk about football. But I cannot just sit and see people mislead. I cannot just sit and see people mislead others, especially people the way growing up, I will respect their opinion when it comes to sports for Cameroon, when it comes to football. I will respect their opinion because we grow up looking at these people. Okay, now the professional and then this, now the journalists and this, now people they do them for school, they learn them for school, or they don't take some crash course and stuff like that. And then as I see them, not only saying things, but posting things, even in WhatsApp groups and all of that, which are so misleading. And if you look at the foundation of their claims, not even because they want to talk true, now because deep inside them, they are bitter about something, about somebody, about whatever, and what they are trying to do is just drag the person down or drag any person where they could be attached to them. That is why I decided to start really talking about football. And from time to time, I will paint a picture of what Samuel Eto'o is going through and the kind of community we'll get now when it comes to football or sports or soccer. The question is Samuel Eto'o actually helping, or is he the one destroying Cameroonian football, African football? I will start first of all with a few months ago, not so long from now. Remember, for a very long time, Motsepe and Samuel Eto'o, they didn't see eye to eye. Motsepe did not want to hear anything about Samuel Eto'o. Even when he came to Cameroon to bury Issa Hayatou, he stood on the podium and made a statement where, for me, I really look and I was foolish and stupid, telling Samuel Eto'o to go meet up minister, they discuss, they fix their problem. I was like, do you even know what you're trying to do? Bro, you're throwing the Football Federation under the bus for the government to take over, yet your constitution, the stipulated government will stay far away from football activities. Because now, if for every country, they manage and run football activities. Yeah, we'll get there. So the question is Samuel Eto'o actually the one destroying, or is he actually helping to make football for Cameroon and Africa better? Like I said, I'll start with Motsepe's statement. I actually decided to hire Samuel Eto'o, bring him in as the boss of this particular department for football for Africa because of the wonderful work he is doing in Cameroon, in football in Cameroon. This is after 3 years with Samuel Eto'o doing the work. This is after when so many fake media personalities, people we relied on, people we thought their judgment were sincere and honest, people we thought they had the community at heart and everything they were doing was actually factual and it's only on helping the community. Motsepe, all these people, why they talk say Samuel Eto'o is failing, Samuel Eto'o is bad, Samuel Eto'o is destructive. Motsepe came out, and the funny thing is, the question was not even about Samuel Eto'o. The question was about something completely different. But because the journalist mentioned, say, I am from Cameroon, he said, oh, by the way, my even remind when I say I don't hire Samuel Eto'o for manage this department because of the wonderful work we did for Cameroon. For people who they don't know, every 3 months, correct me if I'm wrong, every 3 months, CAF they send a delegation for Fecafoot, for can make sure say everything they go on well. For can make sure say all things they find the house they clean and everything. And if after 3 years, Motsepe sits on a podium and say, I appreciate the work that young man is doing, and that is why I am bringing him to CAF, so he can replicate the same thing he's trying to do in Cameroon, all over Africa. Who be me for she don't talk say Eto'o do work? Who be used on small journalists or small media personality where be used to benefit from those times where Iya Mohammed be there for the way they be given a salary one and they work for Fecafoot. They will take player that money, divide it amongst na someone and not talk. They will take player that money, pay on a flight for go competition. Player that they want enter plane, they tight for plane so for some small corner. The remaining 200 seats for that plane, Now media personalities, them, journalists, and this and that. Just so una go take part for the competition, they give una envelope, and then una come back, una sing praises for things when they need happen. They no pay player that una need talk. They take player and money una need talk. All the crazy things that were happening, we no ever hear una talk. Because they all be don't under pay kafuti payroll. Because Samuel Eto'o come, he say, hey, all that thing no will happen anymore. Una vex piang. So now my point is, if you ask me if Samuel Eto'o is successful, if you ask me whether Samuel Eto'o is successful, is helping Cameroon football or not, I will quote you na Mosepe. 3 years into his mandate, Mosepe calls him to CAF and tells him, I am bringing you here because of the wonderful work you're doing in your country. Meaning, I want you to replicate that same work all over Africa. Mosepe get 4-year mandate. I think 4-year CAF, I think a 4 year or 5 year, I don't know, 4 year, I think. Who be me for talking it work fine? Ayoke, but you don't know anything about football. You don't know anything about how football is built. That is all I'll tell you. You keep saying football is not built by one person, it's not built by one. I don't know what you mean. You don't know anything about football. You know how to watch games like Champions League, like other European team them. You know how to watch all of that and then analyze them. When it comes to how they can build and develop football, you don't know anything. Take it from me. So now my conclusion that Samuel Eto'o is actually helping not only the Cameroonian football, but he go don't start to help African football also for develop. The problems with our football where they started. Now, one of the things the way, yeah, every zone talk why they don't like Eto'o. From the time we factual that based on which factual that way now who do that now Master, I don't tell you, so when it comes to how to develop football or talk about building football in a community or in you don't know. I know it to how to talk. I've listened to you again and again and again and again and again. You go only can talk with you say, oh, when it comes to football for country, for develop football for country, federation if you do them alone. That is just some basic statement any person can make. No country, no the way development of the country be based on an individual. Now the reason why Eto'o at the head of a structure and anyone puts in place, this is a roadmap. This is how we should go. This is the things we should do. He has already shown how I want things to happen. Guess who is blocking that? The minister. Guess who they support the minister? Now people like you. Now people like you, they stand with the minister. Now people like you, they stand with stubborn people that strong people. Now people like you, now they don't put that roadblocks where they make the guy in if he walk. And then when I turn around and say, oh, in if he do am. How now want me do am? When I don't give person key for house, when I go back go change the lock. On this day for they do your own. Do one day for they do your own. Any man they do your own. What are you talking about? That's why I say you don't know how it works. Some person where you know how it work, he want do am. Now people on now decide with the person the way go bring destruction. Move on to the next topic. The problem with Cameroon football, you go always hear people they talk say, oh, Eto'o don't cast spoiler. Oh, Eto'o don't cast spoiler. I'll give you just one thing, one simple thing. Anytime we hear them tell you say, oh, na Eto'o don't spoil Cameroon football. Oh, na Eto'o don't do this and that. Oh, na Eto'o don't. Ask them one question. Ask them one question. Anytime we hear them tell you na Eto'o don't spoil Cameroon football, ask the one question. Ngasa Derek, I will take their question. I'll talk on their topic. Say the only mistake he make now will get close to Bob Didi. I will take that topic. I'll address some. Why Eto'o get close to Bob Didi and why up to today it will continue for mess with persons like Bob Didi. I'll address that. I did that in the post today, but later on I will expatiate on. Those people with bad faith will never angry with, but with time, these very people will come back. They'll definitely do. So, the problem for Cameroon football, who said they come out? Or the hear people every time say, oh, na Eto'o, oh, na Eto'o, oh, na Eto'o don't can't spoil them, oh, na Eto'o don't do this, oh, na Eto'o don't do that, oh, na Eto'o, oh, na Eto'o. Every time we hear some man tell you say, oh, na to ask you one question. Tell you say number one, me name you 3 problem them. Where he think say na it don't can cause am. Now the first one, that 3 problem. After I don't name you the 3 problem them, where he tell you say na it can cause am. The next one, asking I say, so the problem they start na 2021 where it take over. Or na problem they only play Cameroon football from the 70s to the 80s to the 90s to 2000s till now. Ask them that 2 questions. I want to do some small thing. I just at the beg now for every person you watch. I want to just do some small survey. Any person you watch, write 3 problems where you think say Cameroon football the face and right now. Write them for comment section. Any person you watch, just write with 3 problems where you think say Cameroon football the face and right now. More will do comparison between today and yesterday. If these problems were there when Samuel Eto'o come, or now because Samuel Eto'o come with the problems they did for the, I start with myself. I write my own 3. I beg any man where you watch, write your 3 problems. I beg any person you watch, write your 3 problem them. What you think say Cameroon football right now the face some. Write them for comment section. For me, I feel like one, there is corruption or players refusing to play games. Another thing, I'll just put the one general, the national team, Wahala. So, yeah, any person you watch, I beg. Yeah, any person you watch, go ahead and write your 3. Right now, if you feel say Cameroon football, they face that challenge, you get that problems, them write them. Write your 3 problems if you say Cameroon football, they face them. More discover tell on something. So more take first of all, I just choose 3 random. The very first one, now corruption of refs, corruption of referees. We don't hear situation, we don't hear people them every now and then they complain how people they complain how player referees they cheat, referees they do this, they don't buy match, that, referee them, they give penalty, they give 2 red card, they give this, that, all kind of stuff. Est-ce que corrupt referee palava for Cameroon football is starting today? Nope. It's not starting today. For 2002, we had this conversation yesterday. They beat some referees who last could die for hospital because according to the people they beat, they say that referee don't surely take money, say match. Samuel Eto'o was not president of FECAFOOT. He did not know anything about Southwest football. No, not only for Southwest, it don't happen. For Western region, for different places, you hear say they beat referee. You hear say PWD come support that they jump inside fee, they threaten referee and stuff like that. Corruption for referee them for Cameroon, it not start now today. We'll take the second problem. Like I talk, I need to condone this stuff. I'm not saying it's okay because it's not starting today. I just tell and I say, it not starting today, it don't always be existing. I will give you a reason why I point out. Number 2 problem where I mention them. Now waiting. I talk say players refusing to play games. For instance, Yosa player them. Una follow where Imam by the talk say player they go play ball for Yaoundé. They begin for finish play for Yaoundé and they travel go Garoua. Player they reach for Yaoundé, they deny say they need go and Garoua if they don't give them money. So because of that, they go. Guess what? Nothing the night begin to be penalized here. But FECAFOOT not penalize them. FECAFOOT don't instead send them their money for subvention where they begin for give them. If this FECAFOOT, if you not shown and say now administration do it one really work. Okay, at the camp. So players refusing to go play games because of their money palaver and their payment situation. Guess what? Now some old thing we don't always exist. Nowadays, you don't even better small because the year president they complain. Nowadays, you don't even better small. But it be always in a way it was common. You hear say the 3 last days for football for league. People they not go match, players they not come. You want some team they don't reduce from 40. Now only 5 players they can't training. They go pick player then for their house to go play that last match and stuff like that. Now things they don't always exist for Cameroonian football because finances, money don't always been a concern. Maybe that was one of the reasons why Samuel Eto'o say, hey, as I don't come to the very first one, they ask una president them. I go double the money they give on the subvention. I go add the man no say double. I go add the money they give on the subvention. But I want una do me one thing at the beg una pay player them. Una pay these actors them. Number 3 to way I highlight them for me when a problem now so for Cameroonian football na national team wahala. National team wahala where you go for day na Kang versus Kang. If them na coaches versus players, na Fecafoot versus ministry, na captain versus this group versus group. Now today it start for national team. No, they don't start since. For 1990, we hear how Bell no be fit come because he be get own group of people they be say people like Milan no get for Can World Cup. Mila to be get own people like Thomas and Conan and so other group of people they get a connection. They be say okay now the situation that now you no go inside come because now we the control and things like that. Guess what? That division don't always be not only for national team, even for small teams. That division don't always be. But sometimes some group that they be fortunate for way they don't understand. Say in as much as we disagree on so many things, when we enter inside field, we play together. Go ask people that they know relationship for Ronaldinho and Samuel Eto'o. For the how many years Samuel Eto'o and Ronaldinho they did for Barcelona, they were not good friends. They were not friends. But when they enter inside field for play, they play football, they say they be two best friends them. Now after their career, we realize they need be then good friends. They need be then tight friends. So when we talk about that wahala for national team, Andrew Onana the fight with Fecafoot president or the fight with coach or the man. No, now wahala they don't always be for national team. But you know what the differ between all the wahala the way I don't call her now. Because all the wahala they don't stand up to the all that problem they don't always be. Why it be say nowadays the problem they really loud? Why it be say nowadays it look like now the first time where all the things that they happen. I take some person like my brother Ashu Tang Tang. He comment today, they talk how he start follow football for Southwest for 2018. Inside my head, I was like, wow. You start follow football for 2018? And then I really think we had to really over argue sometimes now. No. You are actually reacting based on which we don't see them from 2018 to now. But we will don't sit in there for football. Not only see them because they support football, but because we say so don't be for that situation. Why can't inside poto push moto go play ball? We know say things are getting better. Now the reason that we'll continue to appreciate them. The question why they ask now, why it be say between the time where all these things only happen for the past from 80s to 90s to 2000 to now, all these things only happen, but now it really be loud. The only reason it will be loud now because the person we did at the helm of Fecafoot, first of all, now an international person, now a Superman. And not only that kind of Superman where even it pairs them, even it friend them, they the jealousy, they the envy, because now that kind of person, if you look, it look egoistic, it look like proud person. Now that kind of person way, so many people they wish for be for a position. They no ever be there, they no ever be there and no ever be for there. Now that kind of person where even the government at some point in time, when you look at his popularity, and then you remember, say, some person like Josh Weah at one point in time was so popular in his country to the extent where people of the country they join the thought so you go be president. And then this particular person don't go visit Josh Weah, he don't go visit this president, he don't go visit that president, he don't go visit all the even people for government, they start to feel like, hey, if we not lost this boy fire, if we not portray this boy as some bad man for public, this boy, if he gather some momentum at any point in time, if he decides to want to become the president of Cameroon, it is very possible. Now, the only reason that we hear all the blah, 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 when they talk about Samuel Eto'o right now, about Fecafoot right now, no problem, no the way they for Fecafoot right now, way it start now because Samuel Eto'o dey for day. Onana a problem with Samuel Eto'o or Fecafoot. It never even stand now between them two. Una na problem stand now Rigobert Song. If disrespect Rigobert Song, run can for Samuel Eto'o because say you be my parent. Make Samuel Eto'o take his side over Rigobert Song. Samuel Eto'o say no. I don't get my own problem with that grand frère. I don't fix him. I don't even want me anything again for do with him. Now for the way vex. Like I talk, name any problem. We discuss all of them. The only reason where the problem they be loud now because na Samuel Eto'o for the second biggest, most important reason na because of waiting. The reason I don't get them earlier. All these fake major personalities they don't get them for country in the last years. All these wannabe journalists, them, all these funny media personalities, they will be respect them, empower them, trust them with actually feeding us with information about what is happening in the system. Not knowing that these people were actually benefiting from the system. So they not be, even if it tell you, say, Iya Mohammed may not be paid player than this time. They not be, even if it tell you, say, for 2002, Tawe Cameroon go play Nations Cup. Sometimes the way player, they didn't even get chop for chop. Player they be sleep for hotel for airports. Time be there where the issues on place. Petrol not even there for player, there for plane. Now player move a credit card, cash and make them pay for the fuel. Now if fake a food mandate. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you fake a food mandate, back that player money. Did you know about all of these things? You never hear Facebook live, Facebook video where player them back in the days, they make an they say that way they be play for national team, they be paid in a cash. And the reason they be paid in cash now because when they can't give that money cash, guess what it happen? They can't give the money to say they don't give 25 million. As they come out go them, you don't already say they don't give 25 million. You want count on 23 million. You want do 80. You want argue how? They will argue say no, they give now 25 million. The people can't give that money cash. Instead of 60 million, they say, hey, you know what? Because say now just 30 million, then I will give 30 million after. They don't ever give that money. It take how many years for be that 1990 player the way government say go build their house? It take how many years for build them? It take the government how many years? If I remember very well, I think the last 2 years or 3 years, where they finally give some of them that house, so some of them already die. So the problems the way una the year they want make me look like na Samuel Eto'o be the problem. Now, those problems don't always exist. And my problem with people, they like True Lion and some of these guys, and because they know very well say the problem don't always exist. Instead for highlight and say, no, this problem don't always exist, but with the vex and say Samuel Eto'o never fix them. Well, even me, I be concerned, say, okay, but why is Samuel Eto'o na 3 years this? Why you never fix you one? Why you never fix you one? Why you never fix you one? I get that concern. I'm angry. It be legitimate for we for be angry at that level. But for the blame or you say na be the responsibility. Now very fat lie and a very misleading claim. Like I talk, who did push your idea? My brother don't write time for day. Seafood them. People that embale them. People that Leonga them. People that True Lie on them. Malitude one start join the gang. Because here don't start to talk about Bob Didi. Now man the way know Bob Didi from day one. Now man the way know he understand how passionate Bob Didi be about football. Now, man, we go no say even if Bob Didi do some wrong thing about football. Now, because maybe if he say that thing go benefit with us as a community, and then they talk to me go do wrong thing, and then they talk to me Bob Didi corrupt football, but I just say some level the way some man they do something, you know, say this man, for instance, man use Moses for Bible. At some point in time, Moses buy some person because that person may they fight with the brother. I mean, no say if he live and that person will kill the brother, and then they talk to me who live that life. But I just talk to an extent. For protect and whatever. Which I try to talk and say, no problem, no day we can forget and today. Where it starts now for Eto'o regime. If una know any, una write in the comment section, may we all will talk about them. If you know any problem where it starts for Eto'o regime, put in the comment section. On the contrary, we know so many problems the way it don't exist. And how you don't try to fix them. And name una 3 problems. But the 3 problems they want name ma tell na how you want don't struggle to fix them. The first problem one name na I talk say corruption with refs. Guess what? They don't how many times we don't see fake don't post it, they don't do referential classes. I don't know if that's the right word that. So classes and for referee them. They don't gotta referee them, they train them. They don't gotta referee them, they do this. They don't gotta how many times we don't hear say they don't suspend referee? How many times we don't hear say they don't punish referee and things like that? What can you do? A referee is an individual. It no matter how you train, no matter how you pay, no matter how you do what you do for you. If you go reach for fee that day, best way in 1 year salary, in 1 year money where they make up, because most of them they do the refitting as part-time. Just imagine so person way in 1 year salary as referee now 1 million. And then you go reach for some one game. They tell you say the one game this would give you 10 million. Cameroonian. We grew all life. You see police, they take money for year. You see, you want to go sign paper for DOS office, man, they take your own. And then you get opportunity for take your own. It will take the grace of God for that man for not be corrupt. So the problem for referee then also issue way, me at the looking like it's almost impossible to solve until with football can be a business for level way. All man they actually make money, the clubs they make money, the players they make money, the federation they make money. In turn, it pay the referee them very well. Then maybe we'll never even kick them out completely. We'll only minimize them. Because even for level for FIFA, even for level for World Cup, you see FIFA can't say they don't suspend the referee because they feel like he was corrupted. Even for level for Champions League, you say don't suspend this referee because to an extent they suspect say he was corrupted. He take money, or even if he not take money, he actually do the favor for the team because he be like the team. So for that level, for that referee, they won't even talk. The other point to point out, players refusing to go play games. It took he talks say this thing. So I want more structure and for way it go be like business. President, I beg una pay una player them. I go subvent una. The first year, ask proof of payment. He give them money. After I don't give them that first money, he say from the next year, I want proof of payment. These people they see never give proof of payment. All because Eto'o is just a young boy. That's a small picky where we all see growth for our front. That's a small picky where we all give water. That's a small picky where when he come for our corner, even though be Samuel Eto'o, it depend for them. We not go respect that. Why Kotong play they need deny say they need go play game? Why Colombe the Jai Lobo play they need deny say they need go play game? Why Victoria United play they need deny say they need go play game? Because the presidents are doing everything possible to respect their commitment the way they get out the players. Now, why that way Samuel Eto'o can't can the first solution una pay me the boy them? For national wahala, this division we did for national team. What are between Fecafoot and ministry? What are between the players and the coaches? What are between the players and the players? We all see Eto'o. When he became president, Cameroon go play some game against Burundi. Win 1-0. He come for Vestiaire. He makes some speech. Talk about how their generation, they had so many talented players. Cameroon national team between 2000 and 2010, we win 4 Nations Cup. We win 4 Nations Cup. After we win 2000, 2002. We still win 2004, 2006, 2008. We win at least 4 Nations Cup between 2000 and 2010 with the quality of players they will get them. But once that generation for 2000 and 2002 fade away, the Eto'o generation come with people that Mbia them. Alexander Song, the way they feel say no, they know to pass Samuel Eto'o. Now for the way the clash start. Now for the way the infighting start. And once that infighting the division, and then Rigobert Song go sell for that final against Egypt, we for at least win 3. So for the tongue also for Samuel Eto'o get 3 Nations Cup. We know about a Ballon d'Or, we no win because of some 2 way talk. If we get 4 Ballon d'Or. The point that the child will make and I say, for solve that wahala we did for national team, disunity, fight, prim palava, and even the prim other palava money for national team, if we don't put in place a system for solve them, bank account, all money now for they put them, all money, all man be the touchy money. The only one might be complacent at one point in time, money be given and a delay on a wait. Now chupo motin. On a year stop for complaining because they won't probably pay them. Because ultimately gonna through bank. It's difficult way to say, oh, they know they tell me they'll give me 10 million. I seen at 3 million. No. The one for the division, he made a speech and said, hey, national team na all my house. Whether I be Anglophone, whether I be Francophone, whether you tall, whether you short, whether you slim, whether you fat. If you are performant, you go play for this national team. You go get a place for this national team. Now about performance, now about hard work and discipline. The reason why I be emphasizing from beginning. No about you be talented. Most people they feel they be talented, and the people that we will be talented here will not play for no place. The people they be hard work and discipline. Now people they know a young them. We even as much as they talented that way. Now them play for national team. Now them be vice captain for national team. So it don't make that speech that they me if you understand that speech because I don't be for locker room, I don't be for dressing room the way president they make that kind of speech them. Before one know, oh, it over enter inside vestiaire, oh, it overdo this, oh, it overdo that, oh, it even people the way they know how these things they work. And that's why I keep saying the people the way know they don't fail we hands down. Now that people they will be considered for our community as trained journalists, trained media personalities, trained this, trained that. Once they realize say they need to feed from the table of Fecafoot anymore, they turn against Samuel Eto'o. They start to push stupid narrative them. I hear some open tell me say president for club no get no right for enter for dressing room for locker room. Yesterday I tell an example how we mini Interpol finals Tico United Akada for Boya. Coach Eya make he line up. Malik no do for line up. Because if you feel like me, Malik, some of you really young way, maybe we know if you handle that pressure and this and that. Panjala come. It tell Eya for they say, I read the line up and this and that. It tell Eya say on a come story. They go for backside, they come back, they move to other man, they put Malik in him. Malik go reach for feed that day, he score goal. Person tell me how president for Fecafoot no get for enter inside vestiaire. If your president for your federation, na Samuel Eto'o, with the experience, with the know-how, with the everything, that kind of person say, "We, ele the factions on refill the sea around the team. The refill your vex give penalty. Mona win the other team." That is the kind of person Samuel Eto'o is. He shows up somewhere, even the adversary, even refill they want take picture with. Show up for CAF. All CAF staff, all CAF executive, all my want take picture with you. That is influence. Instead of we for fine way, if we use this influence, win trophies, win team them. No. Oh, you not going for enter here. You not going for enter. But like I said, no problem, no day where your year it happen now for Fecafoot. When a night starts, it don't always exist. The only reason why the year it be amplified now because Samuel Eto'o be concerned, and then the hand to mouth journalists they will get them, major personalities they will get them. They feel like now the thing they feel use and destroy it too. But like I don't tell you, anytime they cite some problem, ask them say when that problem starts. Now that problem start with Eto'o for day, all the problem don't always be. You hear they start calling you, oh, get out here, Chris man, a dumb man, illiterate, this and that and that and that. Today, I made a post and someone can write under the post say all the half book people, all the people they don't learn book and this and that. I just laugh. I answer, I say, yeah, we see how probably the way they finish school, where they get PhD, they get all kind of certificate. Almost all ministers will come on a doctor. But we get the most corrupt regime, we get the most backward country, we get the most, I don't even talk. So if you want to talk about, if you feel say about school, and that's another narrative they're pushing. The other narrative they push and I say footballer they not get no place for manage football. Because when Samuel Eto'o came, he said, on veut redonner aux footballeurs, I forget how you talk about French. Sorry me. He want to give back football for footballers, so may they manage them for make football big again. So most of the people they don't ever play ball with their own football administration. They feel like, oh, he's attacking us. We go lose job. We go, and they start lose the job. Most of these journalists, did you guys know they were under Fecafoot payroll? Fecafoot be paid them flights. The same way our brother now, he pay them flight for go Côte d'Ivoire, pay them flight for can watch a UEFA Cup final, pay them flight. Why? Why are you doing that? Go count the people the way you do them and look who they are loyal to. Look at the posts they are making and things like that. You understand certain things. Problem for Cameroon football not starting now. Problem for Cameroon football not starting now. It don't exist for a very long time. And Samuel Eto'o only there for the try to provide solution. I read the next. So why slow fix? If he there for fix problem, now 3 years this it already working, number 4 years this. Why he never fix them? In Kem Ayok, I talked already about that. I don't know if you just showed up. I talked already about that. I don't know if you just maybe you just come. If we don't accept the problem and the problem don't exist for long, and I talk for you say Now, one of the reasons that Samuel Eto'o decided to be president for Fecafoot, why then is he slow to fix these things? Why then we need to feel like he don't fix them? SK don't actually fix them, they will not know what will happen. We'll go back for the 3 problems the way I bring her up. Number 1, Palava pay player them. President don't agree for pay player. President don't agree for show proof say they pay player and the way federation say they pay player. They don't green. They need the green. But we all want more fix problem. The president they don't want them. We see so one tonton so they say they resign from football. We'll go for the number 2. Palava referee them. We don't talk already for year. They don't organize courses them, organize training them, organize this. They don't organize things for them. They referee they need cheat now because someone me. I will tell you say they referee they need cheat now because someone tell them they cheat. They referee they cheat now because if you look at, by the way, for some person for cheat, it means some man for corrupting. So at the end of the day, it's not only about the referees, it's about the people also who are corrupting these referees. It's about those people also. And if you want to look at the people that they corrupt the referees them, who say they learn them? If I start drag this rope now, so we go end. It go broke, all the food for the table go broke. The only reason why we Samuel Eto'o work extremely hard for fixing them for Fecafoot. It worked extremely hard for fixing the Fecafoot, but it is slow. Now, because of 2 things, them bunch of media personalities, the hypocrite journalists, them where because Eto'o don't tell and say no, when I need to work for Fecafoot, when I get on a media houses on I work for, make them pay on. We definitely have to create content for use them. They vex. So these people don't go side with ministry, with the people the way they are working now for destroy Eto'o image, with the people the way they are working actually for slow down Eto'o work for Fecafoot because they don't want me to realize this project and then they'll be like, oh, it's where do oh, blah 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 blah, oh, now Eto'o do oh, did that. They don't side with them and at the narrative and that they push them. That's the reason why everything is slow. I'll give you a simple example. Fecafoot say we feel like we're under 17, they need to play friendly match with England. England say yes, we are ready. We'll take care for everything. We wanna come, una hotel, una transportation, una this, una that. The only thing I need to do now will bring una ask for you. Guess what? Fecafoot reach out to ministry. Ministry not responding. 2 days before they deal with the game girl for who? Now they did that ministry, right? They say we'll not get money for fuel that project. That is how they slow you down. This is a young team. This is an under 17 team way. It told you prepare them. Because under 17, if you add 8 years for their age, it means say in 8 years, all them will be 25 years. If you build it under 17, they're really fine. In 8 years, we'll not go only win Nations Cup. We'll get a team where if you win World Cup. That was what Senegal did. Now, whether we see Senegal today for all categories, even internationally, remember they don't win Brazil. After win Brazil, Senegal go win Brazil. The other day they win England. That is Senegal actually putting up good performance upon good performance. Because about 15 years ago, they decided to ignore their older players and started building from that small place. That is the same thing Eto'o is wanting to do. Talk to every president where Eto'o don't talk to. Oh, I beg, I want me every first division team get junior. When I need to get under 13, under 14, under 15 them. When I bring them from time to time, they can play for first team. It's because people want them, they don't want them. So if you ask me why things are slow, now because number 1, we'll get people the way they don't decide say Eto'o must fail, and they go do everything will make sure say Eto'o fail. And then number 2, we'll get a group of persons online where they don't know anything about football for Cameroon. They don't know anything about football for the world, how football be managed. But they want to have an opinion. They want to say things. They want to talk about things. It's not even bad for them to have an opinion, but talk about things that you know. Not talk about things that you don't know. Not talk about things that you don't know. They'll tell you how, Eto'o no go school so if he manage football. We don't see how we play the go school they manage Cameroon. We don't see how we when Iya Mohammed be there for there. I think say go school. If you don't know, now Iya Mohammed he generation now he destroy Fecafoot. But because they be win Nations Cup, they be win Olympic, they be win some kind of team them, will be put under rock, brush under rock. That's the reason why once it come up for day, it was normalization upon normalization upon normalization upon normalization until Eto'o decided for coming say, you know what, more fix out with Seydou Mbonjoya. Even Seydou Mbonjoya not fix him. Now Eto'o administration be one of the very first where it was authenticated again by CAF and FIFA. May any man correct me if I'm wrong. Eto'o get it plans and it projects and everything, and it was mapped out on how it go work, knowing fully well say we get a government where it is subvent football for Cameroon. Guess what? These people then give key for the office and then they go for the lock, they go change them. All of a sudden, money when Africa food be the manager, nana ministry get for manager. All of a sudden, money where it be at the disposal of Fecafoot president and whatever for the past generation, and they be the manager anyhow, chopper anyhow, pay any kind of journalist for talk rubbish, for talk in their favor. All of a sudden, today that money in Fecafoot manager. And guess what? Fecafoot need even argue. When I don't notice that the only project where you need to hear they talk about now that Fecafoot secretariat where they bill them. And the only thing now they need, you hear they need to complain over. Because that one, the project depends solely on Fecafoot. And so the financing they go on freely. The financing they go on. Now 3 years is tell me one person for Fecafoot we don't can complain say they owe salary. Tell me one. None of them never resign because they no pay salary. All of them they resign and say they say, oh, the workplace is too tense. Because they ask you for come for work, time you get for come for work, and do what you get for do, and go time you get for go. Or they know one time. The one at that situation where you stay you for Limbe, you just take 700,000 every month, yet you need a pass for Yaoundé. Eto'o has realized a lot with Fecafoot. I don't even want to go there. I don't even want to go there. He has realized a lot. But the roadblocks, the way they don't put them for a way. Now they make it limited for even realize on certain things them. People like Chula and can't talk about grassroots football. There is everything be put in place. I will repeat them again for now. If Mosepe, when they stay for Cameroon, when a president for CAF, if he open him up for world stage, talk say the only reason why they bring Eto'o in here and for this particular sector for CAF now because of the beautiful work they do and for Cameroon football. Then think again. Me and you go only be stupid for say Eto'o no get good projects or no get good plans for Cameroon football. And because some miscreants, some funny people, the way for so long, we don't call them journalists, we don't call them name them, call them title, respect. It's shameful, eh? So one comment from my post today, I just go read them. He tell me say I dey exaggerate. When I make the post today, so I will talk about how whether or not Eto'o spoil Cameroon football or not, he can comment for underside they exaggerate. Wait, man, see what I feel find that comment. It's ridiculous. These are people I respect in the past. Now people they doing me I be past. Now people they doing me I be respect them for back in the days when they say something about football in Cameroon. Now the thing and that way I take and go put côté. When they talk something about football for Cameroon, me I go based on what they talk, I go put côté. Today the person open up tell me how we they exaggerate. What's that comment there? I just look at it, just laugh. Yeah, I look some of that, I laugh. I find a comment, I read down for now. I want to really read that particular comment. Just surely delete them. Because now they work that write and delete. Normal, see my look at here instead. I think if I look at here, easy this yeah. Salute nke my boss. We'll find that coming after. Like I said, yeah. So for those who they ask if why it told is slow for carry out the projects for do the thing the way we promise you say go do them, it's not easy. It's not easy. When you be already put out your mind, say, okay, now the number of friendly games I think say the picking they go for play, they go for play for the level. First, they go for play with this them. They will go for play for the level. Do you imagine say Feka Foot actually program friendly? Now coach one denies when if he play friendly. Coach one will go play in a bedroom and some can for go show for some nation. Like Feka Foot get project we get for follow them. And that project, they be make that project based on the subvention way that they get them from state. When as until we don't exist for long. But all of a sudden, states no one respect your own part of the deal anymore. Because they just want a situation where Fekafu go decide, say, the game where they come more plan for Yaoundé. More plan for Douala, for Japoma. On a Japoma, did Douala, I think, yes. No, coach and minister go say, no, we'll go plan for Yaoundé. Because they just want a situation where since minister they didn't have Yaoundé, they just come over their office anytime they want and can't jump for feed, do anything they want them. Or they just come over their office, easily go for play at a hotel. That's the only reason. That's the only reason. I was planning to talk about the role of media personalities. I'd already start talk about them. You see what media personalities, what influencers and this and that. The destruction with that group of persons, they don't cause for Cameroon for the last 5 years. It plenty past the destruction way Paul Biya don't cause for Cameroon for the last 50 years. I talk last 50 years because he started work with Cameroon even before he became president. I repeat them. What media personalities, what influencers them. This person, the way they get platform them, or way they do work for platform them, where they get voice, wait for them. How many years? We don't listen to them, we don't hear now for them, we don't take now their side of the story, we don't run now their side of things. Guess what? The destruction of the people don't cause them for the last 5 years. It plenty past which we be I don't do we for the last 50 years. Until we start realize which media personalities they be honest. They are there for the community. They are doing media work, which is inform with community. It will only continue for be that way. It will only continue for be that way. I there for media. I understand my voice. I understand the manipulation. I understand all the things the way if you do them. And if you can tell now who they don't call me, who they never call me, for say, hey, boy, what did happen? Why you always talk about this person? Anything that you think so if you do anyway, we'll see what you do, really like what you do. Hey, tell if anything that you think so if you do for support your project, this and I'm like, no, I don't need anything. I don't already buy my microphone them. I already buy my camera. I don't need anything. I don't. We media that the most destructive organ will get them for the community. We media Nike beer for cheer for the last 50 years. I ever talk 50 years because I work for government before he become president. We media now them be responsible for all the chaos with the CM now. Today they want to talk about referee, their bribery and corruption. They want to talk about people that influence of football, presidents and this and that and that. Like I said, these things they exist. They didn't exist not only today. These things they don't always exist. But during that time, most of these media persons were at the center of it all. I'll give you one example. There is this particular media person who started working with Opopo when Opopo be the Devil League. Now, this particular major person actually come up with all the program on how they will qualify, what they get for do, and what all can. If you hear say Opopo back in the days, they will do any kind of thing, whatever. This particular major personnel was at the center of it all. At some point in time, I think they even had a relationship with whoever was with Fika Food, Southwest, or whatever. They were close to these people and everything. So they were actually the ones that were running the mafia that was happening for teams to qualify and not qualify. At some point in time, this particular personnel fell out with Opopo. As he fell out with Opopo, he started to speak against Opopo. He started to talk about the things that Opopo did do because he knew. He started to talk about the thing the way this person did do. He started struggle for blackmail people. Them start struggle for blackmail this person. He start now the very first person that he start drag. So man can talk for you say, Eto the biggest mistake we make an affair. So she say Bob Didi. Now lie. I can actually tell you it's a very fat lie. The only reason it associates itself with Bob Didi now because of the project where Bob Didi don't present them for ye for Cameroon football. If you be watch our interview with Emma Mimba, he talk the same thing. He said that way he present a project where get them for young sport. For Eto. Eto was so glad. Eto encourages Eto. He even talk for they say the big. I actually say which be the biggest mistake you think so you don't make 1 year as president of USA. He said the biggest mistake we make and I say he reach out to Eto late. He said if you reach out to Eto early enough and present things about Eto and everything, they know for go through the challenges they go through. The same thing my brother Paco Masango they talked yesterday. Say Tico United get money, Tico United get player and everything. The only mistake where the president make and I say, go the route, the way things they get for work for football for Cameroon, and even now so they work for Africa and for the rest of the world. We meet our personalities. Like I talk, this particular person today, now he be number one for criticize Eto. Now be number one. Pay attention for all them. NS Obam. Today, he talk about Eto, we call him up. He talk about. He used to be who? Porte parole for Eto. Now he be swear say, if any person start against Eto, that person then against God and that person go die. All of a sudden, because you were not doing your work, you were not doing what you were brought in there to do, and they tell you, say, hey, bro, chill, come on for the positions. Most of me, some other man take over. So if you handle them well, all of a sudden, you don't start talking against Eto. Remember when our brother Volimbe was brought in, the one an influencer, and him a media person, was brought in as food vice president. Guess what? We all celebrated. He himself celebrated. He was taking pictures and posting. They were traveling with him to Qatar. They were traveling him to places, going everywhere with him. Until when things are not be work the way he want them, we'll start here some make press conference and this and that. Bruno Tani, same thing. You were there, campaign manager, and I don't know if they promise you, but if they will promise you something, they don't give you because they feel like there's some other person who is more competent than you. Bro, shut up and sit quiet and be patient. Go pay attention to all of them. All of them were at some point in time. Now, my brother Malik that, now go into the Goso. He was advent supporter of Bob Didi. He don't talk multiple times for the platform. Back in the days when he be the struggle, Bob Didi be the buy boot, Bob Didi be the do it this, Bob Didi like football. When I never tell me nothing about Bob Didi, that man care about football. All of a sudden, because according to the narrative now, I say they cheat Tico United. Go read in the very right time for a war about Bob Didi. Like you need to even think, say this can actually be destructive to that person's image. Now things in the way after. Now things in this way, after even how many years, you shouldn't be like, oh, if I be know enough to really write certain things in about the person. Our media personalities, our influencers, the people who don't look up on them as people they will wow. Now the people they will know, they don't run with deep into the ground. Because for most of them, not their way or no other way. For most of them, go pay attention to almost all of them. Why didn't Jalakwan dissolve his team? Because you lost game. According to you, they cheat you. And then you started put out this and put out that, put out that, and then they say, you know what? Would it suspend your team? Would it fine you this and this amount of money? You just carry the next day so you don't dissolve the team, blah, blah. The same thing that happened, almost the same thing that happened with Yosa, right? Yosa no go 2 games. Fekafu put out a communique. We don't relegate them for Devil League. And the president will suspend the president, and the president will pay 10 million. The president coming for here, the laugh. No, we'll appeal the decision. They appeal the decision. Not only are they going to second division because they did last so table, but even though they go second division, they also pay their money where they owe them because they don't show proof of payment of everything. What are you guys talking about? What are you guys talking about? What do we really want as a community? One person, situation happen, he do wait, talk, wait. The next day, he don't deserve a team. The other person, almost similar situation. Bob Didi, they don't suspend him for 6 games. On how many games on a season end? When I don't see again for fee, when I don't see pictures where they snap Bob Didi where they again for fee the coach team, he just respect the decision. He continue to invest in money for football. They hope for make money someday. If you see Manuel, he care about football. He really want football. He really want invest in football. Most of them they need complain about Samuel Eto'o. Most of them they need complain about Samuel Eto'o. The people they complain about Samuel Eto'o now people. Emamimba talk I'm president for Young Sport. President Emamimba, sorry, I call Emamimba because I'm a friend, but he's the president. I give respect as president. He talked about it. I don't get me no problem. I even told Fecafoot, I don't want the money to my account. If you want, I can give you these players' bank account so you pay them directly. I don't want to have anything. I just want these players. I just want to do what you want us to do so we can raise the bar for Cameroonian football. But people don't want to do that. People don't want that. These are a group of people who for so many years were feeding from Cameroonian football. We're feeding from Fecafoot money. We can actually do better as a community. We can actually do better. Be very, very careful with that media persons. Even me included. Even me included. Even me included. I don't see people that write stuff them. Oh, you don't take money for it too. Oh, you don't do this. Oh, Fecafoot they pay you. Oh, you did that. Bro, anything I write them. Anything I write them. Ask me for any place, anytime, I will explain myself. I don't. I am one person who suffered from injustice. I am one person who feel like they were not exploited enough. They did not exploit their talent enough because someone somewhere had made certain rules that did not favor me. So the one thing I want to do, the one thing I will not do is repeat that same act with that person we do. Deny people their certain rights because of this are they in a position of power. That one make flyer. I announce Emamimba. People then tell me, so you know, say that man be go attend that meeting for minister for people the way they did against Fecafoot. I was like, yeah, and then what happened? They say, I said, no. If I remember, I go ask you the question, me explain what really happened. That day I just forget. But even for phone, I don't ask you and explain for me. He tell me, say, Sako, I am just a president. I am just the president of Young Sport Academy. And if you look at the way football work for Cameroon, in as Fecafoot is autonomous, right? But Fecafoot they inside some country, and that country get a ministry where it plays football federation under. So if the boss for that ministry call we say what ask we about what they have with football for country, out of respect, I go for attend that meeting. Now, if we go reach where the boss tell we say, may all we quit or may all we may strike or may all we do something way, they by regulation against Fecafoot, then I will tell you, no, I cannot do that. But out of respect, if the boss invites me the same way, if the president of Fecafoot, I reach out to he say, maybe I meet up for Paris, more talk. I go pay my flight, I go for Paris. I mean, she done as young people, as brothers who talk. I show you proof for everything. Emamimba come out for Tori, they tell we say, before one come out for live show, he tell we say, my brother, the one thing I regret is reaching out late to him. Guys, more open phone line. They let people that want to start call. I'm sorry. I don't talk to you forget say this show so people they begin for call. 1 second. My brother. Yeah. Yeah, good day. I'm live right now. Can I call you back or is it about the live you're doing that you wanted to talk? Huh? What did you want to talk about, please? Oh, that's true. That's true. That's true. Please let me call you back in an hour. Let me finish what I'm doing. I'll call you back, please. Okay, thank you. Oh God. Nah, sorry me. Oh, nah, sorry me. It really power. I don't put me for play with. Sometimes I look at it and it don't believe. Yeah, it really power. I don't put me for some play with my brother. If I tell no, I don't believe. I hope say the volume they fine. I hope say the volume and everything. I did not even check. Sometimes they be this stuff the job we call echo and just do some funny thing the way. Man no even knows how we come out. I hope say everything they find though. We are almost running. Yeah. So we'll open the phone lines now for any person if you say one call. If you call and you make your contribution, if you call and make your contribution and make your okay, which one did I click even? I think this is the one I was supposed to click. Yeah, this is the one. Hello?
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 Yeah,
Yeah,
so
so
any
any
person you
person
want
one
call,
call,
must
must
see
see,
and make
and make
sure
sure
see the
see the
phone
phone
number.
number.
That's
That's
actually they
actually the
work
work
with
with
the
the
man no
man
know
no
what's
was.
yeah, the
Yeah, the
phone
phone
number
number
that
that.
I don't know stupid. Yeah, the
Yeah, the
phone number
phone
that
number
any
that any
person you
person
want call
one
for
call
make
for
a
make a
contribution, if you
contribution,
call
we
make
call
a
make a
contribution.
contribution.
So we
So
were
we were
talking
talking
about
about
the
the
role of
role of
media, and I
media, and
was
I was
saying
saying
we get
we get
the
the
most
most
ridiculous
ridiculous
media
media
persons.
persons.
Okay,
Okay,
Matt,
Matt,
we'll take
we'll
this
take this
first
first
caller.
caller.
Boss.
Boss.
Yeah,
I
you get echo. You get echo via this.
I
get
get
echo
echo
for the
for the
life
life
now,
now,
so
so
Yes.
it be
it
there
be
from
there from
beginning on
beginning
and
on
now
and
we
now
did.
it is.
Now it is.
It don't go now, right? You know they again.
Yeah, you don't go. You know.
Okay, thank you very much for that correction.
Okay.
I should say you get contribution from maker.
Yeah, well, of course, I make contribution.
Yeah, but
When I listen to you,
make sure say they get you Kelly. If I beg if una the year true lion fine, una comment if una the year fine. Now you sabi una get you very well. Una be the year true lion. Go ahead. I should say they hear you. If I dey hear you for the year, me
okay,
say they hear you. Yeah.
okay. When I listen to you,
Mm-hmm.
you get a different problem when it comes to Cameroon football
Mm-hmm.
with a certain people in way maybe you go back and forth
Mm-hmm.
on your platform.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I talk about building football,
Mm-hmm.
maybe the same thing way you try to argue me about.
Mm-hmm.
When I say I know how football is built, it's because I've seen how other federations have built football.
Yeah.
It's because I've done research
Mm-hmm.
to see what football is all about.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say Eto is not succeeding, it's not because I'm talking about Eto. It's
Yeah.
not because I'm blaming Eto.
I understand.
It's because I see that the Cameroon government is not working together with Eto to make football better.
Facts.
And I use words also like football in Cameroon is the image of what Cameroon
Is
is,
very true. So many people are saying that.
because football is a business.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to build a business, you must put the business in a situation where they will succeed.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I did a video talking about bad refs.
Mm-hmm.
It did not start today. Corruption did not start today in football.
Mm-hmm.
In the days of Tonnerre, Canon, Coton, they used money to corrupt refs.
Yeah.
So it did not start under Samuel Eto'o. My problem with what Samuel Eto'o did is that any team that has a strike or commits a crime, they are either relegating the team, which for me is too much power, it's excess power. That's my opinion. Because if someone has a first strike, it's not the same as a repeated offender. So when you keep imposing such harsh bans, for me, it's overuse of power. That's the problem I do have.
Can I ask one question before you continue?
Yes, go ahead.
How many teams they don't relegate them since Eto'o became president for Fecafoot?
I've heard about either they force them to dissolve their academy, like Jalakwan you talked about.
They never force anyone to dissolve their academy.
It's my opinion.
No.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. There's something about football here.
Yes.
You cannot tell someone that he doesn't know football or you should not voice your opinion. There are many opinions.
No, I don't.
And I can defend my opinion.
Yeah. Now, say when you make misleading statement, also.
No, it's not misleading. It's not misleading.
Okay.
Because I have my proofs. I have my backings.
Okay. So
it might not align.
You use Jalakwan like example, right?
I'm giving you many different examples. I'm just giving you many different examples.
Okay. After Jalakwan,
it's one of the examples that I've used.
Which one again?
He was forced to, whatever you say, he was forced to dissolve his school by excessive fines. Okay.
Yeah.
Because when I look at Fecafoot itself is bankrupt. They don't have money. So how do you generate money to make football more attractive? The government.
You'll give me plenty teams away. They don't relegate them. You don't talk about Jalakwa. I want me to talk about 3 or 4 teams where Fecafoot don't relegate them because of whatever situation.
3 or 4 Bambutus you guys talked about. It's only on your show.
Bambutus is not relegated. Yosa is not relegated. Yosa be relegated because they did last for table.
Well, was Yosa not found 10 million?
Okay, they don't appeal. They don't grant the appeal. See, Chulayon.
Listen, don't try to overtalk me. Listen.
Now the misleading claims and that one I make about they talk. Listen to misleading claims.
No,
go ahead. Go ahead.
Listen. You can deny all you want. Just try to respect my opinion. The initial claim was that they were fined 10 million. That's the initial.
Why they be fined in 10 million?
Oh, I'm not going into why. I'm giving
you get for know why because
no.
You get for that's the reason why I say people like you.
Punishment is excessive.
It is not excessive.
For a first-time offender.
Now,
oh my goodness.
Now, Constitution they will stipulate what it could be the punishment.
Bro, I'm not saying that the Constitution is not there. I am saying that it's excessive. Those are 2 different things.
Okay. Have you talk also?
Yes, go ahead, bro.
Okay. Number 1, you talk say they don't relegate plenty team them. At the end of the day, you don't call only one team where you not even be relegated. They were never relegated. Let me okay. my talk to know. They were never relegated. Jalakwa was never relegated. The president was suspended and fined. Now he comes say this, I dissolve my school. Put that one for side. More take Jalakwa situation where he claims the cheaty, right? More take another person a situation where he no go match Yosa. The only reason they were relegating Yosa to the inferior league is because for 2 games he no appear, he no go play. So if you not proofs by say now so situation be happen where be beyond your control, the text stipulate say they will relegate you to inferior league, and you the president will fine you. And guess what? From the time where the decision come out, they write their appeal, go present them. They don't withdraw other things, so they don't pay their money. They don't pay their money.
I said, okay.
Ma finish. You don't talk, me to talk.
Okay.
So right. You be say you call plenty team them. You call Jalakwan where you not even pass the test. I say my talk. You say leave my to talk no. Or you want to talk?
No,
go ahead.
Don't try to misquote me. I don't like when people misquote me.
You be say you go call plenty team. They don't relegate them because of Eto'o. Because of Eto'o. You say they overget power. Call we 3 team them where they don't relegate them. Yes.
I've called you Bambutus. I called you Jalakwan.
Yes.
I called you Yosa.
Yosa not be relegated. Even in Bambutus not be relegated.
You just said it yourself. You just said it because of 2 games they were relegated. You just said
I never said. I said there was. See, I'm a true lion. Ma tell you something. Now, una so be the problem for football. Get about Cameroon because
problem.
Ma talk.
Guys always make an Eto'o issue a problem of hate.
If you leave a man talk,
yes.
If you leave a man talk, you realize something about it.
You attacking my person. Don't say now.
No, I attack your person because na misleading statement in that way you make them.
It's not misleading.
No, it's misleading.
It's not misleading.
For you for talking.
Football is not Eto'o. Cameroon football is not Eto'o.
Who don't talk say football? Cameroon football na Eto'o.
You are the one.
I'm not talking football. I'm not talking Cameroon football na Eto'o. All I talk na say you are making misleading statement. The misleading statement you make and say you say they relegate Njala Kwan team. They don't relegate Njala Kwan team.
No.
Now he deserve the team. You say they relegate Yosa. I tell you say they don't relegate Yosa.
But listen, I said he was forced to dissolve his team.
He was not even forced to dissolve his team.
Excessive.
He was not forced. Even for force, they're not forcey. And that is the reason why I said now people like you with the problem.
When I said he was forced. Listen.
Yes.
Listen. You cannot misquote me. I'm too intelligent for that.
I need to misquote you. I did just tell you say you're misleading. You're putting out misleading statements.
No. It's not. Listen. I said he was forced. It's either his decision, but the excessive fine forced him to dissolve his school. That's what I said. Okay.
The same excessive fines where they put at the game.
Bro, listen to what I'm saying.
Yes.
Football is Cameroon. It's not Eto'o. Before Eto'o, there were no
now they make Cameroon look like saying about Eto'o.
No, I talk about football on a broad perspective. When I call Fecafoot, I'm not attacking the person. I have told you that football in Cameroon will not work except the government and Fecafoot are working together. Those are facts.
Okay.
Those are facts.
Yeah, I don't deny those are facts. And at the same reason I tell you True Lion say when una talk with facts. Talk say True Lion, you don't talk me to talk.
Me. Don't say when Wuna.
No.
I don't like when you call Wuna
because guess what? You don't show that same character with that person them. You don't show that same character. The other people the way una make me be like, oh, once the idea come on for this side, it's a wrong idea. Ma talk with your one talk. Ma talk with your talk. True Lion, you particularly. I have respect for you. I have respect for your opinion on certain things. And that's the reason why, whether I like or not, I must bring you for my platform. Whether I mean that you fight or not, at the end of the day, I will sit on some time, I digest with you talk, and I'll be like, okay, no, for this level, for you talk through. This is my thing. If you look at very well, the problem will get not only football, with the community right now, a group of persons away, put out the facts the way it is. If you want to talk about Njala Kwan, talk say Njala Kwan claims say they cheat a team. Why were referee and homologation committee say they not cheat a team? And because of that, there was this outburst. Now he says Njala Kwan take his hand, post online say na on a situ around the door for Southern football. I buy referee them ball. I buy referee them this. Now the thing that they use and say, oh, you will buy referee the auditing. Why? You know, get right as president for club. For buying feed anything where you know tell Fecafoot. So would you consider this like you were trying to bribe them?
Okay.
Ma finish. Yeah, ma finish. So now based on that way they thought say, hey, because of this act, would it suspend you and would it fine you 10 million? Guess what? As an educated person, especially when you don't grow for football milieu, it is simple. Appeal the case. You present your consent, you explain, say, hey, now the thing will happen. I know be really the one bribe the people now, but una remember say even beside me Njala Kwan, my papa be don't be a president for this thing. And during papa he days him, papa be used to do all of this thing. So me, I don't just grow fee say we'll get for the support each other and my own small way for support team them. Now when you present your appeal and then Fecafoot say no, that appeal no make sense. Then that time we can have an argument to say, hey, una if you suspend Njala Kwan that way, but when they suspend you and then they fine you, ma finish a beg. And then they find you, and then you just the next day you come say you don't dissolve all your team them. You don't want to know nothing again for do football. Now, one example that you turn on the other side, now yours are this way by Fecafoot text. If you not show up for 2 games, you are relegated. You are supposed to be relegated, except the constitution says except you show cas majeur. Cas majeur na French word. I don't know. Plenty of them talk.
Major cause.
Yeah, you should say there was a major cause. Now, why that way? if he show up for that game day. And guess what? When this guy came to Tori Day, he showed us the evidence. And he told us that I would not even send up for Fecafoot. So we'll wait for you till they'll talk. I asked him, say, bro, suited now, I never hear you talk anything about the fine with the give. And he said, no. Our lawyer, our manager, they follow the appeal. When I go hear results more time. And now, even though they never announce them, we realize that even Fecafoot, the talk say Yosa will go now for second division. We mean say they don't approve the appeal. So now, that's my concern. You understand? My concern are the fact say when we want to put out the information, people they put out they say, oh, they don't relegate. They never relegate them.
No, but listen.
Bamboo Tusi case.
You don't understand myself.
Go ahead. Maybe I don't understand.
I need to defend Yosa. I need to defend Jalakwan. Wait till me and tell you nothing way I see happen. Okay? I don't know whether Jalakwan was right or wrong. I don't even know that dude. I don't even know how football functions in Southwest. But I can look at a system, at a structure, and tell you the structure is faulty. Because that's what I do. If you know me, I know if you ever support fake. That's how I grew up. You know, I'm not a typical Cameroonian when it comes to things like that.
No, for that one, I did very sure. And trust me, sometimes when you make certain statements, I make me, bro, but you know, if you ever know, I know if you argue with some kind of person, if you argue you because I know your stand, I know who you be as a person, don't meet you personally, have so much respect for you. Now, when I feel like, okay, you know what, if you talk, I feel talk. Because at the end of the day, you try to understand me. Whether now, whether later on. But the other person, I don't even bother. So the other person, they play with them, so I don't even bother for argue with them because they get that way they see things. Go ahead, conclude more. See what I've another caller.
I see where you're coming from because where you're coming from, you are involved. We have different experiences in life, right? And you have been involved in Southwest football deep. The only contact I had with Southwest football is when I was, because I grew up in the Francophone
part of the country, yeah.
I used to hear about Opopo, all those guys and all that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Southwest football, I don't know the insights. But what I'm saying is that mosquito will out for man picking
the killer will
care.
No, exactly. you don't break that point now. You know that as you don't consent Toton, and now I don't understand.
Exactly. That's just
no. What you and guess what? Now for the day where you hear me, I feel like because even with Bamboo Tusi case, right? Bamboo Tusi had a situation. Fecafoot put out a communique and said you will be relegated to the inferior league. And then when they can't present their problem, the way they present the problem, man. Now village people they write Fecafoot say that team, name that money team, that team na town team, and would assure you say we go kick that man out and we go continue manage our team. Fecafoot withdraw his statement. The same thing with Yosa. They not show up for 2 games. You understand? Fecafoot comes say by text. You understand? By text, if you not show up for 2 games and you not present with any document shows you this, so there are reason this would get to relegate you two divisions inferior. Guess what? Tower Yosa present their everything. Fecafoot withdraw his suspension or whatever. So with what you talk, say if fly on a mosquito land for your toto, you take your time kill. I feel like Fecafoot don't show that faith. Say, hey, I really want to solve issues. I really want to work with people. It brings me to the same thing where people they say, oh, by the way, Bob Didi first of all be suspended. Oh, why they never do this for Bob Didi? Why they never do that for Bob Didi? I just look and laugh. I talk my heart, say, you want to do that kind of thing for Bob Didi? One of the very few people there, they put millions upon millions upon millions of football.
And guess why people say that?
Why?
We Cameroonians are so corrupt. Everything we start think now from the corruption point of view.
Yep.
And my comment that I've said about those refs is that for Fecafoot to solve a real problem, it cannot be short term.
Yep.
It must be long term. All man way they above 35 and above. If you're a referee, Fecafoot will find way for kick them out. Start finding a
small picking them. Well, if you instruct them and guide them.
Yes, and if you pay them low salary, and then they know say they get a future in football,
yeah,
and they grow that pace. So it will take time. So sometimes when I say it will not be toxic for Cameroon football, now because of things like that, because a lot of corrupt people they around Fecafoot, where they go only there for chop their money. That's all.
I really like that. I never ever think about them, but because some person 35 and above, they're probably married, they probably have kids and things like that. We should experiment the thing when you go fit other picking them.
Master, they don't stay inside that system for a long time. They don't corrupt.
Yep.
For a long time. If you grow inside corruption, all you know is corruption.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Wow, Baba, thank you plenty. Thank you plenty. Trust me, I don't get your point out very well. And sorry if I be, you know me, I never crazy.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I know you are passionate. That's who you are.
Passionate with some stupid anger, man. Thank God, people like you, they understand me. More takes other person. I don't say the other 1 minute to naturally fight. Will fight for you.
Okay, bro.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Oh God. By the way, that was True Lion. One other person for community way. If I am actually doing what I'm doing and doing it passionately, and wanting to do more, and wanting to grow and stuff like that. Now, because of people like you, if you see some person where you already be established, you see some person where you already define, you don't get no reason for talk about football for Cameroon. You don't get no reason for even talk about football. You don't even get no reason for the do research on how we can develop things. And they come online every now and then in share them. Come for some platform like this. A small man. They talk anyhow for you. He talks on tea. They talk say, "Oh, you're not correct. Now the spoiler. Now corrupt." But he still be calm enough for what explain for me. Say, "Hey, no, Sako, you never understand me, bro." I don't know how to put them. My answer Plenus. According to Plenus, by the way, I don't know if I should highlight that, but Plenus is actually a very, very educated person. Person you don't actually go school, person you don't stay for America probably for like 10 or 15 years. Get a very beautiful family, very wonderful family. One of that persons away for community. When I look at him, I am like, wow, I really like the way the guy live his life and everything, and very successful person. Guess what? my opinion comment and then my read them when I see how shameful or how disgraceful how funny or how myopic an educated person like you if you think. He said, yes, let's agree that corruption, poor management, or whatever you want to call it has existed for the past 50 years. The real question is, in those 50 years, numerous trophies were won. The Indomitable Lions were feared globally, etc. For the past 4 years under Eto'o, what's the state of Cameroon's football? Master, fanatism is a bad thing. So when he say fanatism is a bad thing, it don't for me, it want to for coach me, it want to for insult me. Like all my opinion be based on the fact say I'm an Eto'o fanatic. But let me show you how ignorant you be. If in order chaos, we don't win other things, we don't win them. Imagine if things were structured properly, we will win more. Remember now for this same show I talk saying, if Cameroon, say for Cameroon national team between 2000 and 2010, we will get chance to win 4 Nations Cup. We win one for 2000, we win one for 2002. With the players who will get them between 2000 and 2010, 2004 for 50 win Nations Cup, 2006 will 50 win Nations Cup, 2008 will play final for Nations Cup, we will 50 winner. Even 2010, we will get team for 2010 where people be anticipate will even play quarterfinals for World Cup. It means for Nations Cup level we'll be get for crush them. Why did we not win? Because of the chaos. So if you are satisfied with the future of his own winner, because according to you, even though there was chaos, we were winning. Me, the smart, intelligent, visionary, like Eto'o, like Samuel Eto'o, like other people, they like Karon Malik, like my brother True Lion. Guess what? Would you look and say if things were organized, if things would be structured, if things would be fine, for me, win more than 2 Nations Cup between 2000 and 2010. And that is the reason why Samuel Eto'o decided to become president of Fecafoot. Because he felt like we would have done more. He took for a statement. He said, if for our time we'll be there organized, we'll be there structured, there was love, there was everything, we'll feel win World Cup or do something. And now because we need to be organized, now why that will feel. Hello, Baba.
Hey, Baba.
How far? What did happen?
No, fine for you.
I did. I know you want to make contribution of which topic.
Yeah, still for Fecafoot.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Yesterday I did drive the car back or walk. I would listen to. I know if you type, but I just listen. You make some statement a bit touching. You talk say one children are from your mommy or being your papa. But I think I yes say your mommy. Say your mommy be tell you say in as much as you do something it be legal for some environment. you get right for doing your thing, right? That was touching, right? Now I want to see that particular information we give you yesterday to I do want to inquire. I do want to for at the inquire as I get the knowledge. I think those are getting knowledge.
Go ahead, my brother.
I do inquire. I not call fight. Okay.
This is not come for fight.
You just point something. You're not call fight today. You talk something. Say you talk something. Say
yeah.
Cameroon under 17, began for play. I think England also everything will be okay, and then it to send in for minister, and the minister not respond, and a couple of days and before the show get for go down, minister say not get budget. Okay, I just believe say at this point a project manager, I think for my mind, I look like hey. So the way I mean, I all we will do this live now, or would follow, would watch this thing. I will not say, or know the trade that happened between Fecafoot and the sporting department of Ministry of Cameroon. But the question I asked, I said, if it do, we don't get this plan, because something then now if it will talk, I don't like even as you talk, as I get so much doubt to my mind. Say, but why they go bring an adjust now?
Yeah,
the question I go with it, but I try look at the look solution. Say, hey. If I'm not getting kind of a boss or my getting kind of counterpart, who I not say, hey, he could find some one or two loopholes for me for hit me out or something. I go prepare well ahead of time. You understand? I go prepare well ahead of time. Contact Martin against the following year where they come, right? The following year they come. I contact the other federation the way I go actually play match them, and then I send them for them as part of my budget for the coming year. I mean, I do like for me a proposal for ye for take the kind of steps and now than say your go send up. No, that
explain. Yeah. I understand fully well what you talk. So what you don't talk and say in as much as we blame minister, but maybe Fecafoot no be do the right time, the way things are going to go right. Okay, but I will tell you say you're wrong. You're wrong. I understand. Now I talk say already for you for even one few say maybe Fecafoot no, it's already wrong. The Fecafoot administration are one of the most organized who get them. One of the most organized. They not be perfect. They not even be 60% close. You understand? But they don't always try to do things, and they know very well. Say they get a person in place where it will always fight them. I'll just give you a simple example. The same time where that picking they begin to go play, right? Where ministry tell and say they don't get money. Mark Breezy talk say one go play na Belgium and France. Who say you think say they will take that money for go play Belgium and France? You understand? So you realize it's not even about the money no day. It's about I will sabotage you. I bet you say they don't send that proposal probably like even 3 months or even 2 months before that time. I'll give you another example. The couple go play another for I think for Morocco, that African week. You remember very well saying nobody even Mark Breeze make list to play at them. And it be even get to a situation where Fecafoot president call minister, tell minister say give a coach 1 hour. If he no give me list for the player they don't go play that competition, guess what? I will fire you and I will assume all the responsibility. The minister even called the coach. The coach still no one respond. So the year say now minister assistant Tolo now make that list. Now the reason that way for that list you see people there they get injury. You see people there in a Cameroonian. And guess what? Fecafoot no other thing them. But for hella show say the people they be flawed. Guess what? He go take the list, he convocate the player them and they put her out there. You understand? So it don't be as until we all man the playing at the game for sure say no be my responsibility. It did the same like when for instance when they say they want to go play for South Africa, the game where they no be get for fly, they go or whatever. Guess what? Fecafoot be know very well say the route where they want pass and this and that will go get issue. But since when I don't decide say now I want manage them, now I want find plane, now I want find this, now I want find some kind of thing there. Una go ahead and do them. So when the problem time go reach, Cameroonian people go say, hey, now who do them? And then they say, now ministry find plane, now ministry transport. You understand what I try to tell you? So some of the things the Fecafoot need even do that because he don't know say minister will block him. He know very well, but he set in a trap. And guess what? The minister they fall again and the ministry, not the minister, sorry. The ministry they fall again and again and again and again. So, and if even she don't for you assume, but and if you conclude also say it be certain, say Fecafoot reach out to them. But the way the Fecafoot do it in them, and because he know, say he get some adverse for French they say adversary. My use my talk some more French. He gets some adversary where it go probably one be problematic. You understand? He'd always do the thing them ahead of time. You'll notice say Fecafoot work more with communicate. They can put the communicate website for social media. If I bet you say they announce that game like 1 month for social media, they announce that game for social media like 1 or 2 months before the game time. Now because they know say the minister no will probably want to do one. Go ahead.
Okay, understand that one. Then my next point I want to contribute now for second to True Lion come out talk. We True Lion talk today. So the which way they give the sanction. Look, sincerely, we know the controversy will go on around Eto'o. If he be innocent.
Can let me ask you what? May I ask you some one question before you finish? I beg.
Yeah.
Give me 3 controversies about Eto'o where you know him. 3 negative controversies about Eto'o where you know him.
It intimidate players them. No matter they talk about the other candidate talk.
Yeah, go ahead. Now one that go ahead. Go ahead. Number 2.
Yeah, number two, even the referee them. I just come out and today say this so man don't blow 5 match inside 1 week. So one referee don't blow 5 matches inside 1 week. What if Fecafoot do that kind of situation?
Wait, no. The referee blow that 5 match now for side for Southwest or for National League for First Division.
For Southwest, he actually blow 2 with us. I go blow 2 or Yaoundé and then blow so well. I see the issue they put up the poster. Say me they see till they go on.
Okay,
so,
number 3. Number 3 controversy.
So short referee the way 1 man go blow 5
number
inside 1
number
week.
3 number 3 controversy. Number 3 controversy.
Okay, number 3 controversy. Now, when me I know, I don't write that for this. Say why me say the people that they around Eto'o, all these people that they around you. You don't call NS Obama, you don't call all the other people the way they don't be around you. Even own brother for Southwest and my next power maker around you, they always talk something about you. Which you know if you think they so Eto'o get a problem.
Eto'o no get no problem. Eto'o no get no problem. No. You don't make your point. You don't make your point. Wait, you don't make your point. Wait, you don't make your point. Mono jump. I get reason why I ask you that name. You be say your first point now waiting. I'm sorry, I forget them.
No, you don't solve my first one. My first one I mean I just say
the first controversy
against the adversary.
No.
My first controversy.
The first controversy about it too. It's not now waiting.
I remember against our talk.
Okay, more take the 2 them. And also you talk about referee and you talk about people where they live. That one for referee them. Number 1, Eto'o.
Say the fragrant player then yeah. The first
okay, you say the fighting player them.
Yeah.
So first of all, for the last 2 years, Eto'o never passed inside dressing room for Cameroon national team. That's the first thing they get for no. So when you say the fighting player, I don't know what you mean. There was a time when he was even suspended. When I finish. Now the reason why I thought when I talk without facts and when I continue push narrative way, people finish no. You don't talk no. You don't talk. But you don't talk. Leave a minute to talk no. You don't talk. Leave a minute to talk. Whether I would like her or not, na Eto'o be president for Fecafoot. Whether I would like her or not, na Eto'o be president for Fecafoot. If you if you become Cameroonian footballer right now, find your way for deal with the president for Fecafoot. Now your responsibility. The same way na Paul Biya be president for Cameroon. Whether we hate it or love it, he be president. The same way the country will day, there is who is a president. Whether we like it or not, we will deal with it, a good and a bad. About fighting player like I talk, the reason why I bring up and say Eto'o for more than 2 years never enter inside locker room. When one of the team the way Mark Breeze be say one time. You understand? I would not see Eto'o don't respect them. So that one where you see the fighting player. Now another narrative that one they push around way, I just look at John laugh. Number 2, you talk about referee them. For your information, no Fecafoot, they decide who to go blow matches. If you never ever know today, maybe Fecafoot they make that decision. Referee they get the association, they get a board where they manage them and everything. Where now the board they decide now the man they go blow this, now the man they go handle this game, now the man they go do this, now the man they go do that. You talk since on one review don't
game, right?
Ma finish now Fecafoot game, then Fecafoot they decide to referee them. Yeah, again fine.
But Fecafoot talk to the man if you do the thing.
Fecafoot never talk so because it means say he go get hand for the game. Now the reason that way they give him for some person. He did the same the football field the way they play for Cameroon and Fecafoot the manager. Now the thing that they call him how they call him division of, oh God, I've forgotten this word. When you struggle for divide power, make my point.
Separation of duty.
Yeah, separation of duty. Maybe even the word I want to use, decentralization. Now I want to use that word because now the thing that would fight for Cameroon. So, make my point about referees. So one, name na fake food the tell referees now you go blow the game and go blow that again. No, you understand? They get an association where they get their head and everything. They get person with the manager and everything. Now, another thing you get for understand and say your state may even be flawed. You say he blow 2 games for Southwest, right? After that 2 games for Southwest, he go blow 2 games for Yaoundé. As you say, now for first division or now for second division, you say for second division. Unfortunately, second division referee need to blow first division. It need to happen. It never ever happened. It never ever happened. This time, it will ever happen. Now the reason I keep telling you that people. Now the reason I hear my talk today, say you see what media personality them. That people they wait for so long. We don't look at them like, oh, I don't want to use name because some of them misinterpret. But that people don't look at it say, oh, this man Sakona Tori, they know about sports. Oh, this man Malik play football. He know. Oh, True Lion, he know. The people that will get in the past way for the past 10 years, most of we don't rely on them for information. Those people are being corrupted. So because they know say we rely on them for information, they use that power where they get them for staining our mind, for dirty our mind. When people like me, I come now for can't talk say, hey, no, I don't think say I saw this thing for being a so they say, oh, you be woo, you know, go school, oh, you school this, that, oh, get out, you be woo, me, I'm a children and blah 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 blah. Mind you see the way me and True Lion on the query for you, but it come back for you. And if you invite me for a platform, I will go. You see the way me and you the query, you come back for you. And if you invite me for your platform, I will go. Me and Malik, right now, me and Malik, there for some crazy war I don't even know. But guess what? He not get that the can comment. If he writes until it makes sense of me, I go comment under. He writes until I get opinion, I go comment under. Now, because we will need to look at like we be professional them. We define our money, we define our job. We look at like this is our responsibility to our community to inform them. The worst way don't happen with our community. Now that journalism way because it told them ma finish because so the one that actually go it actually answer your third point where you say why people they leave. I'll give one simple example. Yeah, they never fire you for work.
Yeah, no, never.
They never fire you, right? But you know people they don't fire them, right?
Means I don't fire a person.
You don't fire a person, right? When you be fire that person be they happy about you.
No.
And you be fire the person now because there was good reason to fire them, right?
Yep.
Okay. So when you see some person at NS, when you see some person at NS Obama, where if you talk to any man will stand against a two, that man a devil, that man go die. Today he talk against a two. When you see some man like this other one I will see Bruno Tani, where according to he be campaign for a two. Now right after he campaign for a two and then a two no give position. It's kind of say supposed to be. It's supposed to be say because you campaign for me, I'm gonna give position. Or it's supposed to be and say you don't campaign for me, I don't win the election, but I will find the people the way we go do good work with them.
They be competent, yeah.
Now the mentality that be you need to see and so. It is saying because campaign, you must give me position. Go look all of them. Even my brother Malik will comment for you. Now, person now we get a very beautiful relationship with Bob Didi. Very wonderful relationship. Even last week, if you talk anything about Bob Didi, you know 1 year. But because Chico United don't get into a situation where that situation now it affects because Chico United na a heart, Chico United na a baby, Chico United na that club we give all team we get on today. You understand? And then he realized Chico United there was a position where it year na year. Say the person behind all of that thing and Bob Didi, he's so bitter, he's so angry. It put on a post, it block na every second. You understand? Wait till I just try to turn. Yeah, I okay, but it go ever talk say ever ask opposition, but we know Cameroon. We know people like them. It's as simple as that. That 100% turn around. Majo finish. Okay, yeah, go ahead. No, just do them. So other person will even come.
Yeah, so that's why they listen for battle.
Yes.
Call or yeah. That's what I want to talk now. Say, you see, like now suspend Jalakwan now Southwest Regional League.
Southwest Regional League. I like the fact you specify because for when me and True Lion will be talk, I not specify them. Now Southwest Regional League suspending. I'm finding.
So, but I know, like you say, when I be look at that suspension, right? I be see and say, some people they will answer originally. I will go comment under there. This thing I go comment. I say no. Suppose they want to take this thing for show loyalty for Eto'o, then they make that aggressive mode. That aggressive action for sanction Amanda way. And I
can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
No, my opinion on the answer.
Yeah, go ahead.
I start with True Lion for that thing because which True Lion I say, see, damn, because of that kind of sanction where they give them all that kind of money, they ask me, he look a team and everything, that kind of thing. Hey, it costs me may relegate, it costs me move out, right? Because it don't tell the put them in the door. But not say because you do the platform. I feel the fight or some play with
I don't know. That's true. That's true. Because you know say the day I go, I go look and like wow, the man really care about me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now what I want to talk about that one.
So what you talk actually correct. If you be there, be do and so for job proof for it to say, hey, we for Southwest here, we get your back. If this woman want to fight you, we go fight you for the level. But look at when Jalakwa made mistake. First of all, go ahead and appeal. You understand? Go ahead and appeal the decision. For appeal the decision, I even think you will need some kind of plenty money. All you need is a lawyer. You can probably pay 20,000. We could just write Fecafoot and say no. This decision I make, so we not think so will correct. We challenge her because of the reason. Now, if you appeal and then Fecafoot say nope, we stand on that decision. Guess what? Then we another time with the public. If we come and say no, that was too hard on him. But once they say they don't suspend you, and then the next day your first reaction now say you don't deserve all thing, it is showing and say you never even be interested in football. I will give you another example. Young Sport, Emma Mimba. One of the person the way he even go attend meeting with minister. So they take pictures, so they share them. Where people they even feel like say, okay, Fecafoot president not probably like it. He even talk and say maybe the president don't like it because say he go attend a meeting. But guess what? The relegated team, they put out the communication, they don't relegate the team, they don't suspend it, they don't find it 10 million. What do he do? Simple person will get interest of football. He go appeal the decision. And what you don't do, they don't reverse the decision. You understand? So what I travel talking and say, you are very right about the Fecafoot for Southwest. Might be they're wanting to do certain things to prove to Eto'o that we are still loyal to you.
Yeah.
You understand? But guess what? You, the president or whoever, you get for give something. We for media, we the honest people, you get for give something for use and fight. You understand? So man, if you just slap you, you don't run go you, and then you expect me, I can't stand with it. They ask the man, say why you slap that man? No. When the man slap you, get for stand for it to say, hey, the man slap me for no nothing, no sako. The man slap me, so I don't do me no nothing, and so, and then I go take and run with them. So for me, now the case the way, even you when True and talk say they don't really get in there, the first question asking I say, give me 3 teams. It told them before there for 3 years, number 4 years. Give me 3 teams the way you say they don't really get them. Even if you give 1. But the narrative way people go and say, oh, they relegate team. Any man want to do anything, they relegate it. Bro, they never relegate 1 team. On the contrary, you know what it means. A man member come, it show me a text, WhatsApp text. That is not even professional. For some person, we don't even come for the platform. It does say Fecafoot need do things professionally. Say they talking for WhatsApp. They need to talk. But guess what? Now for WhatsApp, when I talk to they give them money, it shows that man trust now for we even work to now. Now the reason that particular Eto'o, since when you know how old Jalakwa Mbita where they appointed for vice president for Fecafoot, I don't even think he was 30. If he be over old, probably like 31 or 32 or something. It never ever happened. They created for vice president post because he needed to be there. Because they be expecting a person who go come with a passion for football, with a papa eating the way don't do for football, he go can learn and then he go grow. So as Mami selling a code the old, we go get people the way they're young with fresh mind for doing them the way they go get for doing them. But wait till do them. That part they misleading. Thank you, Papa.
Thank you, Papa.
God. So, guys, we can sit here every day and talk. Eto'o is not perfect. Eto'o is human. Eto'o was not born a Fecafoot president. Any person you want to call, if you go ahead, call a phone number that for day. If you did Cameroon, just add +1 already there for day. Just call you for WhatsApp. If you did a task, if you call directly. Carol Malik say, who be Southwest Regional League president is Ndaze. Who does Ndaze work with? Bob Didi. What is the relationship between? I take my local. Baba Shiao, I used to just come out for work. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get me?
Get you 5 on 5.
I used to come back for work.
I forgive I don't join program since the below home is small.
Asha.
Confirm.
I don't can't wait there question. They sit and say, what's happening? Me say daily I don't present. The way I present the show, my man no decides no ask question them again.
Now I begin work, that's why. But I don't finish work, I say my join real quick.
Okay. Okay.
So a lot don't happen, and me I be big Eto fan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big Eto fanatic.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't call me out, don't fight back to them since about my relationship with Eto.
Too.
I had the back Eto. And then they don't call me out again, say, now because Chico United go get matter for feel, I make away.
You don't want to talk
the turn
against.
side.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's not true.
Mm-hmm.
True not true, a lie not lie.
Yeah.
And when light shine, it will expose lies.
Mm-hmm.
It took come fix things.
Mm-hmm.
But we all know how the system will come around it.
Yeah.
For fix things, it take a lot of years. You will face a lot of battles because the system be corrupt.
Yeah.
As they always talk, say our football is a reflection
Of
of our society, our country. Not true. When I look how West football they go, it just tell we say Eto is part of the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Because Bob did not get so much power for dictate himself anyone, regional league, put president for Southwest Regional League for a pocket. We must like to speak through this man. There's a lot going on for football. We don't even talk about that. If you get a time for talk with Paco Masango, it would definitely explain which is going right for regional league level.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of things they need to take part again for South Regional League because of Bob Lady influence. Bob Lady get that kind of power for control people like Mr. Nook. I take it, they don't beat it before he for so their team and no participate for regional league level.
Mm-hmm.
Just what's happened on the surface now, all these referees, there's a lot going on. We go down, go talk to people they run football actors of the Southwest. You know, one for every school, you know, one see Bob Didi we are.
Mm-hmm.
So about Chico United, there's a lot that go on.
Mm-hmm.
We sometimes we talk about it and not with emotions, but how it actually happened.
Yeah.
So now for doing my own vex to come up because I don't get a lot of truth. I don't talk with football people. They work with fake food. Who they be actors of footballers, youth football presidents, and a lot of people from around my country say Bob Didi is a big problem for football. About to get all this power that because say it work with Eto and Eto don't give the power for do it if he do. So how Eto can change football way it gives so much power for destroy the same football.
Okay. I have you asked question now?
Go ahead.
Okay, so my number one question, you get proof. You get which proof? Give me 3 proofs say na Eto don't give Bob Didi other power for do whatever.
It is obvious. My friend.
No.
Okay, just number
so
one.
Number one,
they don't ban Bob Didi from local fee, but they for every game for Opopo fee.
No, they're banning for not she don't for they're banning for not she don't for bench.
They're banning from anything it concerns football.
Okay.
It for every game for fee, enter fee.
Okay.
So I explain that one.
Okay, but I know see pictures of it for feed though. Go ahead. So number one point I say they are friends. Number two, wait to be a number 2 point.
It is too much.
No, number 2 point for sure say this. So
Bobby, have you actually talked to people on the ground?
No,
Have you talked to people on the ground?
Malik. I don't get for call you to say hey, I don't come over talk for people for ground. If I tell you now I don't talk for people for ground and the narrative I get a bit different, I just tell you so give me 3 reasons why if you say Bob Didi don't give Bob Didi other power. I want to establish until number one, you say they be friends.
Right. Number two, they are friends. Number two, Bob Didi get dancing for a pocket.
So because Bob Didi get dancing for a pocket, now proof say Eto don't give all power.
First.
Okay, number 3, more I'll consider one.
What do you mean by number 3?
Number 3 reason will make you feel like Eto don't give Bob Didi the power when the power he use them for corrupt football for Southwest.
If you don't align with Bob Didi, he cut you out. And that's why teams like Littlefoot, they don't take part for National League. Teams like the Lions, they don't take part for National League. Teams like Turkey Memorial, they don't take part.
Okay. So
I can go on and on and
no,
on and
no,
on.
Malik, have you talked to now? Have you even talked to him, right?
Go ahead.
Number one, the only point for your 3-point the way you get away it makes some sense. Now the fact that they be friends. The fact that they be friends, he actually means a toe don't give some power for the way you want to do for Southwest football. Me and I deny that one. The fact that a toe don't show up for pictures and the fact that a toe don't invite you for event them. The fact that so many things don't happen way because of if we use them, so many friendship things will happen if you use establish a toe. A toe don't actually give some power. But the 2-second point they saying that's in his pocket. That's an adult. Bob Didi an adult. They figure their personal relationship. We not consider a toe. Might tell you something.
No.
At some point, something about your social security number.
Might talk something. Your third point I say. Any person you know align with Bob Didi, they cut you out for Southwest League. That one are between Daze and Southwest League. Now, one of the things what I would like or not, it exists now. See, there is Southwest Fika Foot. Whenever you take because it's Southwest Fika Foot, they make bad decisions. Who put them for National Fika Foot president in head. Remember, say even though Etofis na president for National Fika Foot, no na he manage Fika Foot activities. He the only supervise Fika Foot activities. So, for instance, executive committee should don't decide this and this and this and this and this. Etofi proposed. Do you know what? I feel like say Mark Breeze don't come from my office, disrespect me, and I don't already announce of public say I go fire you. Guess what? He go call the executive. Executive they say nope, you need to fire that man because na so, and then the man will still remain. Etofi will come to say, you know what? Because I'm Etofi, if you not come from my office on this day, I will fire you. Guess what? The executive they'll go for meeting. They say no. Them not so the work. That one also they show you say even for every other thing, management for Fika Foot, whether on a regional level or for national level, it not be dependent on Fika on Etofis. The only people that they push that narrative now people that they want me everything where they happen more blame na Etofis. Like you talk, their friendship and everything, it shows say Bob Didi get power. You don't ever think say maybe. And only maybe, you know, say becoming people me. By the way, I see some person make some comment today for some posts. I don't know what on a post you make on some person make okay, no, now you make the post, and then some person can say, oh, you don't know wait till your brother to read the NASA code to read, they go talk about this and that and that and that. And I just laugh say, well, people don't even know say our relationship for media, our opinion on media, it's completely different for our relationship for Maroc Kalik and Mosinana Sako. And we understand that. Bro, now the same thing where if it exist between Bob Didi and Samuel Eto'o. But if Bob Didi na Kumba Pikin, if Bob Didi that people they know how to take advantage. I don't snap picture me and Jalakwan. If you go lie some man say Jalakwan don't tell me say do so. If you be na exactly what Bob Didi do for Southwest.
I think so nice because a lot of things don't happen. Did fly from Limbe to France in a hospital, but so say all that will happen.
That was how many years ago? That was 2 or 3 years ago.
It will not be for office for 3 years.
No, that was no. You talk about the picture, but I want to emphasize that picture was 3 years ago. Now my point is what Malik. Now my point you I try to make them. The fact that people know say I know you. The fact that people know say I know you. I feel take advantage of that. Talk any kind of thing about Tico. The one talk I talk say hey. When if he talks, I hate Tico. I be Malik Aron, my best friend. That will be the playboy, I be the date song for Tico. Una know ye. So if he ever thinks I know Tico, but is that true? That is not true. So my fear.
You get it for a pocket. You're outside now,
bro. Now if you
say looking like there, it's shake.
Now what do you expect? Malik.
I think you target for them for Limbe step by step.
Malik.
Ever talk against Jalakwan?
Malik, this is my point. Malik, this is my point. My point, I don't know if you ever talk saying a lie. I don't ever talk and say, consider other options. Bob Didi can be manipulative. Bob Didi can be that person who is acting like I really know Samuel Eto'o, but we don't really know Samuel Eto'o. Because I don't invite you for a year. Because you know how the thing work no, bro. Correct me if I'm wrong. You never see person
that might happen also.
Ma make the point. We never hear people then talk how we hey Chume Kone. Si je fais un appel ici, and then time reach the turn start back. They don't know no person. Now mindset where it exists for Cameroon. People can pretend to act like and know the man. We'll take for instance, see what happened between Samuel Eto'o and Ministry. Back in the days, who if he thinks some man for Cameroon if he challenge Gongo? Who if he thinks some man for Cameroon? So individual like Samuel Eto'o if he challenge Minister. You remember I said that way this whole thing start. What in Gongo they will do? They will write letter say presidents. Until they write that letter like 5 and then Eto'o come with your own communication. Fake up with your communication say
that hotel institution.
Yeah, so auto institution. Now they will carry realize, hey, now people they can't explain what we say. When I see that presidential, they on the right all the time. So now Bibi lie. He not come up for no place. Until Probia he says a right letter congratulate Eto'o. Say, hey, I like the work you do with Kafu. Now we say, huh? So I just try to tell you now, say, Bob Didi if he play that same game. And until you get insight, you know Eto'o. And after that, when me have to talk now, say, okay, Eto'o is silent. You understand? If you be people they interpret that for be like, hey, I endorse all to the down for day. Because at some point in time, now for them, me had to blame Eto'o. If you don't hear all the thing, they don't see all the thing. At some point in time, come out and make a formal statement. I don't hear all to it happen for years.
There's no smoke without fire. Why it never happen for other people? Now it's always Bob Didi. Not to support Bob Didi for a long time, but look at Opopo their matches. The other day, we had a heated argument because of PWD or Opopo. Then say, "Master, I may leave that to do for Bami. Bami put a life of crap." When I start looking, dictate small thing, you know, Didi on too much. For what looking for Biso, bro? What looking for Biso? Leave me put it go feel why?
Leave me put it go feel. Leave me put a jealousy people. That same leave me people.
Why jealousy? Why jealousy Bob Didi?
Ma make a point, I beg. That same limit people that be open them up talk say, but men that magnificent take team for Southwest, he want showing a way he will show you paper. Bro, the day when they make that statement, that was the day I decided I would pay attention more to what Bob Didi did do than that rubbish. You remember very well. Even when brother Jalakwan, that was part of his narrative. Now, part of their narrative that when they want dethrone Bob Didi, like president of Opopo, when they take you go for governor office, the whole idea be then I say wait, say na bamen na man. And I would do me I be say, you know if you walk, because I don't see and they do for Faiz Olabi. So, oh, you know be Kumba Pikin. We Bafo, I be Bafo Pikin. Who's are the team there today? You understand? So certain things they way, if they like, they don't go for, they like the go for that one seen at them. But one to one known as say, Limbe no be don't get first division for more than how many years? What time for the not be first division? Opopo, because Njalakwan will finally bring first division. What time for they? We try our best, you know, Waka. We come other picking they try, they bring them. But as Opopo don't make more than 20 years, you not get first division. If Bob Didi don't struggle, bring them, bro. To an extent, when I even calm down when I walk with a man.
I cannot forget, say,
yes.
Opopo don't get president where not be Limbe people them, not be Southwestern and them before.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think say Limbe people they make this statement for Bob Didi?
The president, the president,
leadership, something is there.
The president begin in first division.
No, let me Palawa first division.
I just asking a question. I want hear the president begin in first division.
Do you know say Limbe people they enjoy their second division past first division?
No, I want tell you to say Tawe PWD be there for second division, but for people they never be talk anything. Now Tawe climb for first division where they can remind Fayez, say hey, you know be Kumba Pikin. Mind you, before Fayez want take PWD for first division, we don't get people that let time when I'm Northwestern and we don't get people for different villages. Them no money we remind they say when I come on for this side. Now when Fayez will qualify for first division, way before people they can remind you say, hey, this team now a village team, you need for leave them. I know what I talk about, bro. I need to dispute your point. I'm not here to say what you're saying is not right or Bob Didi be perfect. Bob Didi get flaws them. My problem I say wait, whether we like or not as a community, we got to find a way for solve them, for resolve them for way, you know, be destructive. Do you know there are people who are actually working extremely hard to make sure Opopo drops to second division or first division or third division? Do you know that? The same They say no.
Football naturally they bring joy for community.
Yes.
They bring people together.
Yes.
Have fun game.
Yes.
You know, but if you get football team as a president, and then you take away all aspect and the fun part, bring your community together. What is the essence of you running a football team and a town football team that will couple?
Yeah, town football team. Guess what? If supporter and a mommy become for he call them names. He call them with data fans or something or whatever, bro. Sometimes these supporters are frustrated. And now the one other thing that I really want me to discuss some. I'll bring you and if I bring some other persons they really play football for Cameroon where they get a history. There's a difference between the way football was managed back then when we were playing, when we were involved, and now. Number one example now, the people that they used to be president, we get part of the Panjala, Pai Young for Bamenda, Pai Eteki, all the people that did now, people that they work for government somehow, and somehow, I don't know one and true. Their money be get some side the way they come away, they be use them. It maybe then as they maybe get some, the only might begin to get some business. Now, Karen forwarding, yeah, Pai Young to begin, yeah, that's true though. Pai Young are more of a business. You understand? Karen forwarding to be get the insurance business when the money be come out. Guess what? These people they be mostly run football like it's a fun thing for me. I'll put money for them. And most of these people they didn't have people the way for Panjala or people for Shetty town team. It come go for me own. Pai Young PW Bamenda anyway like the way they do them. It go for me own. I don't know about Pai Teki, but now Pai Teki no get a Tico United. He get own team, right? He gets on team or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Teki Memorial.
Voila, Teki Memorial. The same thing with forwarding. At some point in time, boy, people be working see the one man Cameroon. He leave for them. And then he drop. There is so much that is happening where if me and you no be honest with our community and tell them say to an extent, Bob Didi can be this devil. Bob Didi can but guess what? The last two one I gave the pre. Now say me the team drop for second division. Una fight Bob Didi. Now my point that if una think say Bob Didi no be healthy, if una feel say Bob Didi be destructive, una find way fighty. But una fight for where the team go see remain for first division and then una fit take over. Maybe una come up with some 1 billion and then una go for governor again go say, hey, you know what? We'll get president where he be well to pass Bob Didi. He get 1 billion for investor for Opopo. Now he project this. Because now for there they be go. The last time they want to take Opopo for Bob Didi, they be go now for governor. Now governor say, okay, I don't see my project, I don't see bank account and everything. Now the man will continue manage your Opopo. So may they look for my thing is that mentality for you know what, even if you mean say me drop for third division, we will try me drop for third division, and then that time go leave her and then we can't take them.
Yeah, well, you don't push people there for war, so they don't reach war, they don't get no option there. They go do whatever they have to do.
Okay.
Like Bob Didi, I don't always talk for Bob Didi. You know already. But when Bob Didi can't detect the team will give a qualify for National League going to go, it becomes a problem. The next for Limbe. They get a vibrant president for America here where they do everything for make sure say and let's come back on top. Because say if you name the person, but you know what I mean, another clash before another team before name where it go take the man I make away. That's for the sport go the for fee.
You want get my opinion on that.
So it is crazy.
If you ask
it's my town.
If you ask my opinion on that, I'll be very, very okay with it.
The previous caller, the counter question, so one referee don't blow 7 matches for 1 week. It's true. When get particular referee in the formation, you do it work, you go the next one.
7 match for first division or 7 match for second division.
If you blow one regional league for Southwest, you go blow empty and play up, play down. You blow empty and
Malik, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Now today this thing they start, or this thing they don't always exist.
It don't always exist.
Mm-hmm. So from now, you know what again.
They told Fist came like a messiah. I believe in him so much. And when I see the so person like Bob Didi to kill other people than that, it hurt my feelings because they spell our football. That's my problem.
Okay, I understand your concern though, but this is my thing. I don't get me problem with people arguing. I don't get me problem with supporters walking to the pitch and doing whatever they're doing. I just remind them, say, if you feel say someone break the rules, because when referee cheat, that is breaking the rules. When referee take money, give match for the side, that is breaking the rules. If you feel say someone break the rules, look for a way to solve the problem without breaking the rules. If you feel say because the man break rule, I go break rule, We all go continue break rules, and guess what? We'll continue to remain in that, I don't know, that chaotic situation, that chaotic environment when I deal with find ourselves. At the end of the day, now chaos go triumph. On the contrary,
speak.
Yeah.
Little food, the one they academy for Southwest region. The past 2 seasons, they have not taken part in the regional league in Southwest. Why?
Why?
Because Bob Didi doesn't agree with Panuk. Panuk has been there for many years when Bob Didi was a photographer and a fan president.
When you say not agree with Panuk, now on what level? Like, what's the Panuk do?
Because these people have been there for so long, and Bob Didi want to control and tell them what to do and what not to do. Bob Didi want run the whole show. They said, no, you are just coming. You can't tell us what to do.
So Malik.
Yes.
So see what it happen, right? Panuk, they say you are just coming. You can't tell us what to do. This same Panuk, they went around, they run the football for the past years. Now they run the corruption, man. Even call them football. Now they don't run the corruption for the past how many years? All of a sudden,
assume. You're assuming.
No. It means that you to the assume. It means that you to the assume.
I'm talking to these people. If you want, you can get people like Pano on the show to talk to them. Yeah, also the story.
I don't get me problem. Trust me. If you give me a number, I go call you. What I'm just trying to Malik. Now my point is right. My point I say this was a bunch of corrupt people around to run the football for the past years. Decide who to qualify for Interpol and all of that. All of a sudden, so new man don't come. They say, oh no. Now we go tell you how to do. The same way the talk say, Tommy don't be for there for so many years. And guess what? Tommy don't be corrupt since how many years ago? Maybe today Tommy start be corrupted. And then today the complaint. So at the end of the day, now the same people don't reshuffle them. So if you tell me say Bob Didi will not be okay, no na Panuk you bring up can't justify Bob Didi.
You see why I changed my stand about it or no? Because if the people can't change something, and then we see would it go back 5 years or 10 years, we know who is responsible.
Okay, I might answer that point also. I know if we move on. One other thing you have to understand, I say change is a gradual process.
Good.
Samuel Eto'o if he come over 3 years, and me and you know the roadblocks that we don't get them for a very long time.
True Lion. I've always said this.
Yeah, na gradual process. Samuel Eto'o if he come, it changed everything in 2 or 3 days. And the problem where it even get right now because he want really changed in them. You know want do it gradually. For instance, for Yitawe come for national team, Abubakar, Ekambi, Choupo-Moting, and all that guys they begin for go. We play with younger guys and try to build a team. Now Abubakar they say no, you need to give me some time. Now they start get problem. Another problem where if one change right away. How they call it? Ngade, Onana, all the people they join for national team. Una go decide to play only football or una go. Guess what? Is meet up. So another
you don't face a lot of I agree.
So another thing I say, it go take it small time. They complain. They two way you tell me now. I talk with Paco Masango. If you give me Panuki number, even if you know one come for to read, I go call you. I go ask you on side of the story. I will try to talk. I will try to reach out to him. That's it. Well, we don't accumulate all the things. I will start talk about them. Guess what? That time, if you pick out a certain thing them, and then if you be like, you know what? Okay, I will tell you say the best way begin to move a toe for Bob Didi corner Nanjala Kwan. Because na ye be the work we for Yaoundé. Na ye begin to stay for that office.
And then you understand say Jala a problem. Also come now because he don't be for the business for Limbe for long. And you know, Bob Didi be the fight power.
No, all them never thought they be the fight power. All them were corrupt people. It is see the other man don't use the corrupt means for get away to one time. You want to use that corrupt means there is toppy and whatever. They are just the same person. Now the reason I tell you, just imagine saying Jalakwan be decide for persevere. It remain for Yaoundé. You understand? All the news where they come out for Boya, for Southwest. It over the ask now. They say, wait till they happen for day. Now for tell say, Yama enter whole ball. As you sound so tell your mama say that kind of thing no fine no. You understand? It will be the closest person for Eto'o now. It will be help bring that change. But because he overreact, now guess who Eto'o? If you say Eto'o want cause some man for Southwest for ask about football, will corner who? He done does it or Bob Didi.
I will call that the better job call Bob Didi one time now.
Baba, there for 2 hours, 9 minutes. Anything you want to address them again, or any question they want to ask
I
me?
just switch, made allow picking and made play football.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine the whole regional league. These kids are playing 5-6 games to go to Mini Interpol. And the Mini Interpol, they are just going straight to knockout stage. Back in my days, Mini Interpol was World Cup. We
Mhm.
play league like 8 months. You go Mguchi, go Manse, go Lebialen. And then they took 2 legs. One team, one league, one will get like 12 teams. They like play people of Cameroon, play friendly match, they play a lot of games there. So imagine they picking on their only job now for play Mini Interpol. The vision of Mini Interpol, this kind of nonsense happen. They are going back home. What do you expect them to do? Who don't see them? Like you talked yesterday, I get my breakthrough now for Southwest Mini Interpol. Versus Chico United.
Mm-hmm.
That question to told me the whole since Angela say, hey, this guy have to play. He put me for free. I did my miracle. That was it. I command, I go Cyprus.
Mm-hmm.
So in this beginning, when I use swaps, when I use badge the season, they can play 1 or they can play 15-minute game. And then the tournament end. What happens to their future? What happens to their request from Mambe? Look them say, hey, they begin a good take game. They for Limbe. Limbe boy and a center town. I just feel you heard my spirit say they deprive picking them for play football.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the way a young man will be the hope say go do some wonderful thing for football. That's just sick inside corruption.
That's the
So they don't get voice again. It hurts, man. It hurts for people who love football like me.
No,
it hurts. Patrick Masango. And invest for youth football in a young man, and they didn't even give him. It didn't even participate in the national league. Imagine, because of that same corruption. How one grow? We can't go into all the everyday, but for regional level, the regional level, people need to take their responsibility. They take bribes, they feel that the corrupt game and all that. We kill the game more and we continue to blame the owner. It was responsible.
Which is right. At the end of the day, I be the head of everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No. I want to say, it was a good man. So that it was a support of and you be quiet. Not true.
No, trust me. When people point at him, especially with facts, with arguments, the way it makes sense, and not get me problem. But I know people that they point at he because we are just bitter, we are just one of those persons who are not benefiting from the system anymore. That's why we want really drag it down. For you for move from even when you write your thing about Bob Dylan, why that way you hardly see me write something about Bob Dylan, now come on the cat and say, oh, you did lie, oh, didn't know. We cannot say before you write about him, there is something. My thing is, if I don't agree with until you write them, I can do a show and try to clarify certain them. I can do a show and try to push my own opinion of what I think. But for me, for one come on a podcast to say, oh, you did lie, oh, you did do, no, I don't know if you ever do on me. Because whatever you write, whatever you are talking to people on the ground. One other thing I want to pay attention for community and say, we get people the way because whatever thing that they try for, whatever decision they make or whatever thing they try to do, now they guarantee their belly. Most of them don't go corrupt. When you talk to Bob Didi get fake food Southwest for a pocket, how you do them? Na money.
Exactly.
Na money. So if we people just move a little bit away from, it is not about money. It's about a community that should be successful. It's about a community that should be healthy. I don't think saying that's the hungry that way. Because I not say na man way if they do it in there, they make money so kind of way. I should say be make investment there. Bro.
And guess what? Now Jalakwan bring that's forget.
Yeah. And
the
question. So you see what
you see now Jalakwan, you know they're good terms.
Bob Didi not hijack that's it. It was you know say na Bob Didi bring Jalakwan, right? Yeah. Now Bob Didi bring Push Junior for the. So it was a ring. It was a ring, whether I would like it or not. Now, the reason why I tell you, say, all of them are the same persons. All of them are the same persons. The only reason why you hear that you cry now, that you talk now because you don't reach to some particular, just like you, Malik. They don't touch Tico. They don't touch your heart.
No. For Tico, they are on it. It's just crazy because, Sako, I know you talk about Tico people, the other day, I just laugh because, me and you, even for Kumba people go enter free. Because they're not hungry the Mini Interpol for so long.
Yeah.
It's a Mini Interpol. Their team is playing well. It's not there. Instead of a blue, they fit this track as red cards. What do you like?
Malik. I agree with that point. I agree with since came up with the idea that we need for they marginalize we. Did they do this? They do this. Before you want to know, we all don't jump for voting. We want our freedom. Whoa. Before you want to know, look at where it ended. So for me, I just feel I don't learn enough lesson. I don't learn my lesson enough for tell my people say, in as much as these people they trigger we stay away from this zone. More sit back, we think how we strategize. At this point in time, the conversation beginning to get for now. How can we kick Ndaze out of Fecafoot? How can we? What are we supposed to do now? Would then the vote? Malik now they vote for make Fecafoot president for Southwest.
Bro, it's difficult.
I just ask now. Now who do you know put they vote?
They are delegates.
They are delegates.
Like Coach Lendem, Bobalezi. There are a lot of people that vote way. When that vote time reach, if you know lobbying way to go on.
Okay.
If Nasako Kumanus Nasako will be president, you will see na Masango Party will be president.
Okay. So
because lobbying go on.
So I feel like now the conversation in that way we get for the go on now. We need to start bring up these people because guess what? We are talking about the corruption. We are talking about Ndaze, but we are not talking about the people who empower Ndaze. We need to talk about them. Now the people in that we get to call them out. You understand?
He did a lot for Ndaze will be president.
Now the people in that we get for call, if we start call that people then out, maybe for Cartier they'll start the shame because people start to say, master get out on his point. But guess what? These people are still walking freely out there. No one is calling them out.
It's crazy, bro. We are not taking part for championship. Yeah. Apply for license. You don't get license. It's crazy if you have a conversation with Pakon Masango. Our football is in chaos. It's in a very, very bad place. It hurt my feeling because I come up from that same region. I play for that region almost
Malik,
years.
Malik, what you are feeling now because they don't touch Tico.
No, we talk about Tico. There's a time I sleep for everything. You understand? It's been piling up.
Yeah.
Maybe I was blinded and now I just see. Let's get triggered now. Let's for a match. It wasn't even about Chico. With let's get a vibrant place where get money. Let's go president. You don't sign Dumebo so as coach.
Wow, really?
Yes, of course. Someone Dumebo so that let's for the whole championnat. He buy them JC. They play good football. They say because Bob didn't say that Limbe man. Let's go if you go no place. They struggle. They deny. Let's go.
Give me that president of Expo number. Well, Baba, thank you very much, though. More push your conversation. I want to go pick up some person.
All right, no problem.
No, thank you very much, man. And trust me, when you go out, when you say your things, I like them. I like them because at the end of the day, they push me for thinking. They push me for like you don't bring up names and now you don't bring up situation. You push me now for reach out to people, also call them and hear what they happen. When it comes to the corruption for down there, I need to doubt them. I know very well. But the thing about me is I always want to be protective. I don't want me the situation get to a very chaotic place where we're picking no loss. Because for instance, if you get to that place now where they say, you know what, would you suspend league for Southwest for 2 years or 3 years? Now still was small that they know play. You understand? Or it get to that place in Jalakwan say I dissolve my team. Now still we're picking the go loss. So exactly. I always think about how can we actually come up with a solution where it not be destructive, even though give people they do things the way it be destructive or it be provocative. Now just my mindset that. But we'll continue for the push the conversation, Baba. Thank you.
All right, no problem. Big shout out to you guys, Innocent and True Lion, man. And Sam.
Thank you. Guys, it's not easy. It's really complicated, more than complicated. I like the fact that Elvis, I beg text me. Bro, I beg text me, man. I like the way you contribute. I like the way you put out your points. Text me, I beg. Now my phone number that +121 4779 1606. I like the way you talk. I like the way you put out your points. I like you to contribute for the conversation. And that's the thing. We can disagree to agree. We can disagree to make progress. If you notice I'm very well, most of you will come for the platform, will get the conversation. We are so passionate about football. We feel like we feel actually still use football to do a lot of things for our community. We feel like football still get a place. We feel like football be give us something. Because if I didn't play what they now so football, I don't want to explain them, but I don't know see play what they now. If I did breeze, if I did do the small thing that I do and whatever. Now football be the foundation. It start now from a football place. So now why do we still continue to invest in football, invest our time for football? The struggle will push all we for make sure say they picking it after they enjoy the team, they will win the enjoy. Now why do people like me and True Lion and Malik and Paco Masango and Imam Mimba and my brother Sabi and Nayu Sabi and most of these guys, now the reason that we are investing in our own way. Malik called me the other day, he tell me about the project we get I should don't from my house. I said, damn, bro, because now the thing that now we now be the people, now we lead the country. If you don't know today, now we be the people that will make decisions for the country. The things that will do now will affect the country for the next 50, 100 years. Just imagine Paco Masango get first division team, professional team for Barcelona level. But guess what? It can't hear the comment and it already start the project. So you need to start to find which way you do for contribute for. We're not going to only put that blame for people. If they toxic Bob you don't take Southwest football, put that inside your pocket. Wait to be strongest point. You get money, you know it too. Make money also. Find connection with big pass it too. You go drag them for Bob Didi, gang for the people. Whether we like it or not, the responsibility is on us as a people to solve these problems. My only concern, I say, I don't want to solve the problem for where it be destructive. My only problem, I say, I don't want more solve the problem for where it be destructive. I want more solve the problem for where it be constructive. Thank you very, very much. It was a beautiful 3 hours. I hope say we'll bring Innocent and Sammy tomorrow. Like when I don't notice when nobody used to it, I don't talk about we not used to it again, right? We not if you pay bills. That's why they kick we out of the studio. Yeah, but God will provide though. In due time, God will provide, and when God will provide, it will be far more better than what we used to have. It was a beautiful conversation. Shout out to every person. Now give me 1 second. No one say wireless call. I don't know why not get it. Call me on yours. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, hello, Toride.
Yeah, Salo, do I come to read it? Did I want make contribution?
Yeah, I want to make contribution. I mean, Elvis, one more to talk
thank God, Baba. I'll just save the number now.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I like your platform as the big community, and we'll talk about it later. Have a community, and I also salute the watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
One thing where I don't notice about Payjam and I say they don't like corruption now when they need the benefit.
Very true. I hope you need talking about Malik.
No, I'm not talking about I talk about most Payjam they don't like corruption now when they need the benefit. But the benefit, you know, ever hear them up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very true.
You see the situation when we have people for Southwest football. So I never stay for Southwest that way. I don't know if them bed. I go tell you, if you do your research, you'll see and say the person will be head for that very Pekafu for Southwest.
Mm-hmm.
If you look and find Bob, Njala, and all that people, they will play a part for put that man for that play.
But now Malik come over talk. Malik say na Njala put it for day. And me at the time Malik say na Bob also put Njala for day. So now the same people they put now their people them. The only reason they cry now and say they don't put their person for day, their person no one give them to they want them.
Exactly. You don't put your man for the glory, no your man don't buy you.
Yep.
Yes. And they be strategically put that man for that place.
Yep.
For also press some people they were inside that's a West football.
Very true. Very true.
Yes. And they only complain now because of that heat don't come into them.
Yep.
Yes. They don't know it's a West team.
No.
They don't know how we board played inside that.
You don't know.
Yes. Now them carry that person go put him ahead for Pekafu for Sawe, carry go present them it was in a woman this way.
Yeah.
They don't know that man and that people the way they vote that man for say maybe head for Pekafu for Sawe.
Very true.
But now you don't turn out by you won't say brother. Now you brother, now they cry. They say that can be savior. Yeah, so another problem we face and for football.
Yeah.
And when it comes to a situation, you see, I say from the one way it to enter with a be the new way they don't swear and I swear see if that man even when I try that way small who did it, they succeed snapping to them. They go broadcast them for money.
If you hold no they create hope for the trust that broadcast.
So now so that thing on the day way small thing away like now why I receive documents don't fly online left and right. It's kind of so fake football everybody.
No.
You see that way a mark can be a show. I pinpoint one to a matter say he go for corner it too late. If you know the problem the way he get them.
If I don't go for it, and trust me, bro, if he go early, that team not for drop.
Exactly, that team never did that level. Even though I don't know, even stay that way with the player. But because of that thing, if you look at a match only wise and later because that way a man can't deal with that place. That put they one fight a two, that put no like a two. They want me a man agitate.
Yep.
Bring that kind of problem. Say, okay, we need to go match again.
Yep.
We want to play with again, but they want another kind of thing.
Bro, it took Eto 3 weeks. 3 days after I come over to read it, they send their money. All team.
Okay, so you see, I know because you don't go for corner that person. And if mind you situate a map, when he go for corner a two with all the caliber, all the power, we took it down. To the question, my president.
Yep.
They respect what to the deal, a question for club. Some fun, they need to give that guy respect the request every name.
Yep.
Yeah. So he regret and I said, why they want to go for corner man see the problem the way get down. He want to join that kind of thing. We will be the same by fight all that kind of thing. We have to learn from this thing. Even like as God explained, say in Jalajino, we David, pick a vice president. You get small matter. You will give a good corner.
Bro, nothing that will be telling you how you go get person way you get in number. You need to work for the same office. You get issue. You not drive your motor, go for Yaoundé. Go talk for you, present your case. You the one come on social media.
You know why people always want to fight their person. They go hide them back taking you go burn your face of one. And if you look at the majority of the people, the way they put it in to fight that fight with the face of one, they still get their team, they run the league.
Yep.
But now you don't go to the door, you want to. You see, but when I see in that way, if you get to fight and statistically, sometimes they hit you hard, you take that shot, but you still maintain. You strategize. No, we forgot to stop. So all that kind of thing, they never change from up there. Put a media pay, you can't change all of it through football. They go change from government, go down to the football.
Yeah.
Come on, the ball, go.
That's true.
You come now from top to down. Nobody that's if you say, oh, come, it will can. People if you say corrupt football for paying, all of them go buy a referee.
I
don't see place where you see key player, you know, so okay, player and a key player, a card sport, you know, so okay, mention like that. You go give the 3 million, say this will
may fake injury. Each say they go that match.
Okay, man. They buy man, all of them.
Yeah.
True.
Now the thing now they talk yesterday, and the tell and say so many ways they for cheat. Most top for the only accused now referee them.
Yes. Let me say it on some check man or not something. Now don't say small thing they don't have football. We people never even get chance, people never even go what ball say. You don't then now so any small thing it don't gonna. So at the end of the day, we'll give a talk for a deal for me. And we'll give understand, say we'll give a stand your team will be right. No matter if the benefit from the team
or not. Very true.
Yes.
Very true. Very true. Because as you talk now, the problem now will get them. When corruption they favor you, it is very, very okay. When tomorrow you want favor another man, they not favor you. We don't vex now. We will start the talk.
Yeah, you complain a problem. Now the thing that we see our community. So people they complain about bomb now, complain about it. But wait, one look that meeting, he should not down for open man will be head to Sawe, Fekafu for Sawe. You want to see when all them, even the one that they complain that they be joining.
They be no, true. True. I know it's funny. Did they ever actually want to use that for tell we say they be right about what they talk? Oh, now we be do this, now we be do that. I'm like, so you be do and then you need to think saying that the consequences is now you want to can't tell we say we'll go the other way. Sorry, we'll still will play with one pool we. But thank you very, very much, man, and thank you for your contribution. I'll save your number now. If anything, man, always reach out to me. If you get chance, also one day would like to invite you for big guests for the show. So if we talk about football team, that would be
on a true anytime about it. You let me know.
Okay, Baba. Enjoy your evening.
Yeah, enjoy your evening, bro.
Guys, I think we don't hit our 3-hour mark, and it was a beautiful conversation. When I said I glad, when I said I smile, right? Yeah, that's how much we love football. That's how much we're passionate about football. Whether we like it or not, that's until we don't give you happiness for a very long time. That's until we all grew in at this point in time. We strive to see now how we too will contribute. Now the why that some people then do for show here for talk, some people then they on ground, they invest money. Like I said, I don't hear people that plan about what they want to do for Cameroon. When it concerns football, it's scary, it's crazy, it's big, it's huge, it's positive. Now, why that way most of them be worried about the atmosphere right now? Imagine I invest my 1 billion and then as some person for Fecafoot they decide whether I will qualify or not. It's not a fair thing. It's not a fair thing. It has to be transparent. If we don't exist, if we don't be that way, but we'll get for gradually transition. That's the word. Transition to meritocracy, hard work, discipline. Meritocracy. It should be by merit. And the definition of merit should be a good team, a structured team, and everything. Let them qualify. Thank you very much for today. Probably we'll do another show tomorrow. I don't know what time, but we'll announce them. Damn, this was good, man. This was good conversation. By the way, shout out to True Lion. I like the way we explain. He explained what we talk about. Sometimes Fecafoot is really, really hard. Yeah, that's true though. But if you look at very well, Fecafoot not really hard. I think say Fecafoot the one you can show say, hey, I get the power for do the kind of thing for you. But if you come and negotiate, they'll put down okay, you know what, hey, go ahead and do your thing, which is what Jalakwan was supposed to do, but you know, do every other team, they never really get nothing. Thank you very much. See you guys on the next one. I beg una continue for there's so many other platforms where they talk football. They get football conversation. The one on my brother Ejab, one on my brother Mindi, one on my brother Lasta. There's so many other platforms where they talk football. You know, more only being at really when that people they on, you notice that they on a beg when I go watch, when I go follow, more grow that community of football lovers, football conversations will continue for push and push things for level way, it will benefit all we. Thank you now.